Ah, you're here. Welcome. Welcome. I've been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the storyteller. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I shall be your guide going forward. Now then, before we begin our story, there are several things I must bring to your attention. First, this game uses autosave. The game will automatically save at regular intervals, so you may stop playing at any time. Saving is a very important element of games. It's the only way to keep your memories in place. If you do not wish to rely on autosave alone, you can also save manually via the menu. Next, please look at the upper right of the screen. This is the menu button. From here, you can check the text log, view useful files, and switch auto mode on and off. You can also adjust the brightness, volume, and other settings in the options menu. For instance, if there is a voice you would prefer not to hear, you can mute it by setting the voice volume to 0. I suggest you check the brightness, controls, and other settings now before going on. You got it. What the heck is this? Let me also move my mic. Never mind. I have a mic about made the entire monitor fall apart. Let's not go into that. I'm gonna save here. Let's look at settings. Sure. Audio, sure. Sure. Open updates page. Oh, I'm using this right now. Use curse. What the heck? Culture Society. 7 Mysteries, Phenomena, or Curses, and Gameplay Guide. Look around in most situations when you are able to use the controller. Try looking around for hidden clues. I'm actually starting to wonder, should I use my controller? You know what? Let's start by, let me grab it. I have it right here. Let's start by trying out controller and seeing how that feels. Alright. I'll explain other essential functions when the time is right. There is one more thing I wish to confirm before we continue. It would feel strange to go on without knowing your name. Please, tell me what I may call you. You can call me the name everyone calls me. Cap. Hello everyone, my name's Kane and welcome to Paranormasight. I think that's what it's called. I guess I was gonna do this earlier, but when I started wanting to test how audio and all sounded, it kind of put me here. And to be honest, I don't even know if audio still sounds good. This is going in completely random and blind. But hey, we're gonna go with it. We're gonna see how it turns out. Thank you, phone. Yeah. Yeah. Are you certain you wish to be called Caden S777? Pretty sure that's my Steam name as well, so yeah. Oh, how rude of me. Please, pardon my mistake. I was sure that was what you said. But it seems I was wrong. What came over me? Let me try again. You wish to be called Caden? Yeah. I see. Very good. I seem to have gotten it right this time. Alright, now that we've been properly introduced, let us begin our story. Remember, Caden! From antiquity to present day, regardless of how society and civilization evolve, death has been a constant presence that none have ever escaped. Whether it's one's own or that of someone close, death is always a difficult thing to accept. This is an immutable reality, a value shared by all, no matter the age in which they live. In fact, oral traditions reflecting people's fears and prayers regarding death still remain, ghosts, spirits, and so on. Similarly, in an attempt to defy death, many curses, rituals, and customs have been born, from burning spirit incense to summoning the souls of the dead. some of those secret arts are still being passed down to this day. Ah, on that note, Caden, this may seem rather abrupt, but is there someone you wish to bring back from the dead? What if you had one chance to use the secret art of resurrecting the dead? Yes, if you had the power to bring someone back to life one time and one time only, what would you do, Caden? What would I do? I mean, if it came at no cost, then why not? I mean, right? Although, that is kind of a strange power, though. You know what? I'm good. Someone else can have it. I see. Very interesting. Yes, yes. That is what I thought you would say. What seems to be the matter? Ah, you want to know what this box that has been sitting here is? It's a TV. It's quite the curious thing, isn't it? This is called a color television. The world I will be sending you to is full of devices such as this that do not exist in the age you are from. In this era, a color television can be found in nearly every household. That is not all. For example, if a person should wish to contact someone while they are out of their home, they use public telephones like this that can be found all over the city. Can you imagine what life would be like in such a time? I'd be thrilled to have you continue the story, Caden. After all, that is why you came here, no? So, let us begin. I have kept you waiting long enough. I present to you Paranormasight, a bizarre tale surrounding the curse known as the Rite of Resurrection. Peculiar yarn ensnaring 9 men and women in a fierce fight for their lives as it unravels. Some of the characters appearing with it and surely share your views on the Rite of Resurrection. I imagine those who have lost someone dear to them will feel particularly strongly about it, clinging to it as their last desperate hope. First I shall introduce a man named Shogo Oki. Is one of them. Let's look. Shogo Oki, sex male, occupation office worker. Shogo's an unremarkable young man entering his 3rd year of working in the planning department at Kihaku Soaps, a chemical company headquartered in Sumida. Born in western Tokyo to an ordinary family around the same time as the birth of color TV, he grew up amidst the boom of special effects-heavy action films, anime, variety shows, professional baseball, and pop music. Shogo graduated from a famous private university in Tokyo, and has since settled into an apolitical mindset, common among those of his generation. With no strong ideals and no particular dissatisfaction with the world as it develops around him, he is content to just go with the flow, having stumbled into his current position by pure chance, and it's safe to assume he will follow the stereotypical path of working his way up the ladder, starting a family, and remaining at the same company until retirement. He plays folk guitar as a hobby and is currently looking for a girlfriend. Okay. How about you? Storyteller guides those who visit Paranormasight. Everything else about him remains a mystery. Don't know his sex and don't know his occupation. What the? Oh? I wonder what it could be at such a time. Early this morning, the body of a drowned man was discovered at a park in Sumida City. Police have identified the body as Shogo... What? A 25-year-old man who works at a company in the area. Bro! You can't just kill a character we were just introduction to. As signs of a struggle were found, the Sumida police suspect foul play and have launched an investigation. Oh, excuse me, please pay no mind to what you have just seen. Goodness. You nearly saw something that would have spoiled the story. Just pretend you did not see that. Let us turn back time. Let's turn back time, Max, a smidge, and start again from there. Do you understand? You saw nothing. You know nothing. I should probably move your cursor. This story is a work of fiction. All locations, characters, organizations, legends, etc. that appear in this game have no relation to reality. Sugar? Sugar, you're right. Who's saying this? Hey, can you hear me? Who are you? Huh? I can look! They said my controls are inverted. Huh? Hey, that's not a proper answer. Where's the Shogaoki? What do you think you're doing? Fall asleep here. Gave me quite the shock. Come on now. Up with you. Up. Okay, and... There. How's that? Alright? Hi there. Do you feel dizzy? Have a headache? Are your humor's off balance? I'm fine. I think. There's definitely nothing wrong with my humors, though my head's still a little fuzzy. Shogaoki. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. Turn your head around a little bit, see if you can walk alright. The game is in your control, drag the screen or move the right stick to look around. Well, this is neat. It's kind of, foreboding. God, get away from me! Good, good. You seem to be fine. What a relief. Do you remember anything? Like, where we are, or what were we doing? Oh no. You look so confused. You're messing with me, right? Stop it. You're scaring me. Alright, just calm down. Take a good look around you, okay? Select things you want to investigate. Where are we? Oh, right. This is Sumida City, Tokyo. We're at Kinshibori Park near Kinshicho Station. Yoko brought me here, saying she needed my help with something important. It's just past midnight. That explains why there's nobody else around. Oh, we got a couple things to look at. Let's look at it. One of the 23 Sumida City, Tokyo. One of the 23 districts of Tokyo located in the eastern part of the city is surrounded by the Sumida Arakawa and Kunaka rivers. At the start of the Showa era, the area was still divided into two districts, the southern Honjo and northern Mukojima, but they were merged into one district after the Second World War. It is said to be named after the Sumida River and the banks that line it. Unlike the river, however, its name uses a character for ink rather than that for corner. Even now, people still frequently mix up the two. Despite suffering extensive damage from both the Great Kanto earthquake and air bombings during the war, Sumida managed to recover and come out on top every time. Once filled with samurai residences, it is now home to a thriving industrial district and many residential zones, though evidence of its previous character can still be found all around the area. Tourist attractions, Eco Temple, Yasuda Gardens, site of Kira Kozukenosuke's residence, Honjo Matsukacho. I'm probably butchering so many names, I'm sorry about that. Sumida Park, Tokyo Metropolitan Memorial Hall, Mukojima Hyakan? I don't know. Gardens? Seems cool. Kinshibori Park. Conveniently close to Kinshicho Station and surrounded on all sides by the roads, this paved park is a popular spot for people to meet or relax. Kinshibori Park was named after the Kinshibori Canal, part of the South Warigasai Canal? I'm so sorry for my pronunciations. Which can once be found nearby. In fact, the area's name, Kinshicho, was also derived from the canal. Oh, it's just... okay. Telephone booths. These telephone booths are all over town. Lights are always on, so they can be used in an emergency. Telephone booth. Small booth containing a public telephone. Most often found in parks or along roads. Local telephone calls can be placed at a rate of 10 yen per 3 minutes. More recently, telephone booths capable of accepting prepaid Aid cards, known as telephone cards, have begun to spread, enabling one to make a phone call without the need for small change. The telephone booths in the downtown area tend to be plastered with unauthorized advertisements and leaflets. A problem that has shown no signs of slowing down. Curious. What else? Building, light. I can look up. There's a playground. That's an interesting looking playground. I bet it's crawling with kids during the daytime, but it's kind of it's kind of peaceful here at night. Hi. Recall? I'm still a woozy. What the hell's wrong with me? There's a girl here. Who is she? I guess that's like a hint system? Question mark?
Hi. Yikes, that was close. If we died before we got our hands on the Ray of Resurrection, everything would be over before it started.
Why can I examine you? That's Yuko Fukunaga. Good. At least I can remember that much. I first met her here about a month ago. She's 23, works as a housekeeper, and is really into the occult. If I think harder, I can probably recall a little more about what's going on. We've only met a few times, but we really hit it off. She's a lot of fun to be around. I have no idea how she feels, though. I guess the sense she isn't thinking about me that way right now. But I know I got a thing for bubbly girls who are into dark things like the occult. Yuko Fukunaga. Housekeeper. After obtaining a junior college degree, Yoko started working as a housekeeper. Due to her ability to see things others cannot, she has received strange looks from a young age. This ability spurred an interest in the paranormal, which she continues to pursue to this day. Following graduation, Yoko worked a desk job at a train company, but butted heads with her supervisor, who was skeptical of the supernatural, and quit within a year. Now, while working as a housekeeper, she spends her days devouring mystery magazines and visiting haunted spots. But she vowed to live a life true to herself and never change for the sake of others. Yoko has no regrets about the path she has taken. Yoko has a dog, a Shiba Inu named Ogopogo, who has been by her side since she was a student. Ogopogo.
Why don't you see your dog?
So, recall. Let me think. What can I remember? Okay. Her name is Yoko Fukunaga. We met about a month ago. What's the deal with this park? Ah! It was around noon, on one of my days off. I just finished running some errands in Kinshicho, and was here taking a quick break. I was just looking around absentmindedly. Oh, I actually have to look around. But I noticed this girl loitering about. She's digging up holes in the sandbox and searching around the playground. She seemed to be enjoying herself, talking to the animal figures and patting them on the heads. My curiosity got the better of me before long, and I struck up a conversation. Hey, are you looking for something?
Sorry, I just look like a total weirdo. Yeah, I guess you could say I'm looking for something.
If you want, I could give you a hand.
Really? I mean, that'd be a huge help, but...
What?
Really just a good Samaritan? Or are you after, you know, something else?
Huh? Good Samaritan? Question mark?
Oh wow, my hero. Feel like you really do exist. I think I might cry. Okay, I guess I'll let you help me. Be warned, you might regret what you've gotten yourself into.
No worries. What are you looking for anyway? Did you lose a bracelet or something?
Not exactly. I'm searching for one of the Seven Mysteries. Supposedly this is the location of the Whispering Canal.
What?
Now I've done it. I bet you think I'm some kind of lunatic. Seven Mysteries of Honjo. Do you know anything about it? I figured everyone around here would have at least heard of it, but I guess not. Honjo is what at the southern part of Sumida is called. A long time ago, this part of Tokyo was split into two separate cities. The north part was Mukojima, and the south part was Honjo.
Huh.
Am I boring you?
Well, I'm not a local or anything. I just work around here.
Oh, Then no wonder you didn't know. Well, the Seven Mysteries of Honjo is a legend dating all the way back to the Edo period.
Really? It's that old? That's like... over 200 years old.
Oh, I got your attention after all.
I just assumed it was one of those fake stories made up to chase the occult craze.
I don't blame you. A lot of the popular stories going around are pretty fishy. But the Seven Mysteries of Honjo are different, because they're all true.
They're true?
That's what I said. They're the real deal.
So hold on. What does that mean? Are you telling me there's actual paranormal stuff at work in this park?
Yep, pretty much.
Well, thank you for being straightforward about it.
There's gotta be more to it. After all I've done, I still haven't found a thing.
That was the first time I met Yoko Fukunaga. Oh, a big map. Location in the southern part of modern Sumida City. It consisted mostly of swamplands until the middle of the Edo period. While it wasn't originally considered part of the city of Edo itself, the area on the eastern side of the Sumida River began to be developed once the Ogoku Bridge was built after the Great Fire of Meireki? While Honjo is known for its large number of rivers and canals, many of these were dug during the area's urbanization for drainage and sewage. The Ryogoku Bridge area, home to the Iko Temple, eventually became filled with both people and shops. After a magistrate was assigned to the area and shops continued to pop up, it soon became a part of Edo proper as its reputation as a lively place spread. Honjo, along with other areas like Asakusa and Fukukawa, are still appreciated today for their old-fashioned feel and architecture. Occult craze, paranormal phenomena, the supernatural, aliens, cryptids, lost civilizations, ESP, the list goes on. Such unexplainable phenomena are quick to take on a life of their own. The plesiosaur named Nessie, living in Loch Ness, sightings of mythical creatures like the Tsuchinoko or Hibagon, the urban legend of the Kuchisake Onna, television reports of spoon-bending psychics, documentaries which feature mediums and spirit photography. There are only a few examples of stories that have captivated the public. There's no end to this obsession in sight, with magazines on paranormal phenomena enjoying widespread publication. Most recently, rumors of an ancient ritual known as the Rite of Resurrection have begun spreading in certain circles. Whoa. Honjo became known as a hotspot for strange happenings during the Edo period. A number of these stories have survived to this day and become known as the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. While many of these were likely the result of people blaming things they didn't understand on spirits or monsters, the stories continue to be told as urban legends. Despite what the name would imply, there are actually more than 10 of these strange tales. Their roots likely came from the stories told by the city's common folk. The most famous of the stories is the Whispering Canal, which eventually became the basis for both an idiom and a well-known Rakugo story. The most famous of the seven mysteries include the Whispering Canal, the Fool's Procession, the Beckoning Light, the Haunting Clappers, the Evergreen Beach, the Taiko of Sugaru, the Foot Washing Mansion, the One-Sided Reed, and the Ever-Burning Lantern. Curious. Formerly known as Kinshibori, many fishermen once gathered on this section of the canal that ran through Honjo. As their days came to a close and the fishermen gathered up their catches, a terrifying voice would rise up from the canal, whispering, "Leave it behind. Leave it behind." Those who ignored the voice found themselves unable to move and their previously full baskets of fish emptied. They would then be dragged into the canal, never to return. This strange phenomenon continued to occur, and the people began to call this body of water the Whispering Canal. So they take fish, suddenly hear a voice saying, "Leave it behind." If they didn't do it, then not only would the fish be free, but then they'd get dragged and probably die. Curious. So why are you looking for this? We exchanged contact information, and we've talked on the phone a few times since. We've even met in person once or twice. But she never brought up the Seven Mysteries of Honjo again. I figured she'd gotten bored of it. Until today, when all of a sudden she decided to resume her research. Huh? Wait a sec. Where did Yoko go? Yoko? According to Yoko, The Whispering Canal, one of the Seven Mysteries of Honjo, is around here somewhere. It's apparently the story that the expression left at the canal originally comes from. I think I left myself a note about it. I should check my files. You mean this thing I just read? Playground's the same. Let's see what it's like playing the game with just mouse and keyboard. Seem to be honestly the same, really. Well, she's right there. That's alright. She asked me to come here, help or look. Actually, I think she did some... I think I did some research. Can't remember all too well. Just check my files. Oh, what? Oh, what the... Now I got all of them. Okay. Part of me kind of wants to read them all right now. What the heck, why not? An enduring superstition, the Fool's Procession, a mysterious tale regaling an encounter had by a daimyo at his residence in Honjo's Ijima, now Komagata High School. While walking around his estate, he heard the sound of music, much like that of a Kagura performance. He commanded his people to find the source, but no matter how much they searched, the music would fade when one neared the Rarigasai Canal. The source of the sound was never located. The story is also known as the Procession of the Tanuki, as many were of the belief that it must have been these mischievous tricksters behind it all. The Beckoning Light. While walking on the road near Hoonji, I don't know. At night, one might spot a hazy lantern light up ahead, despite there being no one around. Following it will cause it to go out suddenly when getting near. But just when one fears the darkness might swallow them up, another light will appear further ahead, as if guiding the one who sees it. Some say the light is benevolent, leading people to their homes, leading people to their homes, while others believe it a monster leading people astray. Some even believe it's a vengeful spirit of someone that died, luring the lost to the land of the dead. Could be good, could be bad. Pine clappers as the evening bell rings in Iraicho. God, I'm gonna butcher so many pronunciations. Your present-day Shumoku Bridge. Night watchman patrols the dark streets and announces his presence by shouting warnings about fires, all the while striking his wood clappers. But tonight, the sound of another set of clappers answers back. He curiously claps his clappers together again. Clack, clack. The echo answers again, but no matter how hard he searches for the source of this second pair of clappers, he never finds it. Some say it was the work of a mischievous tanuki or kitsune, while others say it was a warning from the spirit of someone who lost their life in a terrible fire. Evergreen Beach. Once upon a time in North Okurabashi, a beautiful beech tree stood in the garden of Lord Shinden's residence, now known as the former Yasuda Gardens. It was so impressive that the house became known among the people as the beach residence. Somehow, no one had ever seen a single leaf fall from the tree. As rumors spread of the eternally green tree, it became known as the Evergreen Beach. However, this particular species of tree was actually an evergreen, so the lack of fallen leaves was nothing out of the ordinary. This led people to say that the strange part of this legend is the fact that it even became a legend at all. So wait, it was just one type of tree, but it was mistaken for another? Okay. The Taiko of Sugaru. There was once a daimyo from the Hirosake domain in Sugaru, who built a residence in Midoricho on a large piece of land. On this estate was an almost 8-meter tall tower that served as a lookout for fires. Only a designated firefighter was allowed to use the large drum that resided atop the tower in the event of a fire. While most towers use wooden blocks to sound the fire alarm, for some reason this residence was permitted to use drums. This residence and its special privileges led to much speculation and gossip among the townsfolk. The Foot-washing Mansion. This is a story of something that occurred in the dead of night in a residence in Mikasacho, modern-day South Warigasai Street in Kame-Izawa, a foul-smelling wind rattled the house. Suddenly, a giant foot drenched in blood, smashed through the ceiling. Wash, it commanded. After the servants carefully washed the foot, they returned from whence it came, fixing the roof it had broken. A man who had been visited by the foot every night asked a friend to trade houses with him. That night, the foot stopped appearing. Curious. The one-sided reed. There was once an infamous rogue by the name of Tomezo, who fell for a woman named Okumo. Tomezo persistently chased after Okuma, attempting to win her heart over and over again, but she rejected his advances each time. Enraged by her indifference to him, Tomezo brought a dagger to a canal near Ryogoku Bridge and attacked Okuma, cut the arm and leg off one side of her body, then threw them into the canal. Ever since then, the reeds growing along the canal have only sprouted leaves on one side. Huh. Interesting. Also terrifying. And finally, the ever-burning lantern. On a bone-chilling winter's night, one may happen upon a soba cart along the canal known as South Warigasui. I am never going to be able to pronounce these names, aren't I? But there's something strange about this cart. No matter when one might visit, its owner is nowhere to be found. Yet the lantern that hangs from it stays perpetually lit, burning brightly even with no oil to fuel it. Should one attempt to put out the flame, it immediately roars back to life. However, there is also the tale of the never-burning lantern, another telling of the story in which the soba cart's lantern always remains dark, refusing to be lit. Curious. Let's get back to the actual game. Anything in the sky? Wait a minute. Oh, whoa. Not what I meant to hit. Also, I didn't know you could zoom. Alright, sorry. Let's get back into it. Hey! There she is. She's back to digging up holes in the sandbox and searching around the playground. She seems to be enjoying herself, talking to the animal figures and petting them on their heads. No animal needs that much petting. Hey! Oh, wait, she's coming back this way. Hey! Hey, what was that just now? Huh? Didn't you hear it? Huh? Did I hear something? I think you're... No, I didn't hear anything. You sure you didn't just imagine it? Maybe I did. But your special talent. You should have been able to hear it. Like, pay close attention for me, okay? I feel like I should save. My special talent? What are you talking about? Huh? I mean your spirit sense. You look like you can handle your liquor. Huh? I have no idea what drinking has to do with it, but I don't think so. Well, you must. I mean, you can see me, right? Huh? What are you talking about? 1 a.m. Huh? Kinshibori Park. Surrounding. It's gone late. Really late, actually. It's already past 1 a.m. There's a chill in the air. But I guess that's normal for this time of year. Or so I keep telling myself. These telephone booths are all over town. The lights are always on so they can be used in an emergency. That's an interesting looking playground. It's the same dialogue. I've gotten most of my memory back, but I still feel a bit out of it. Just want to make sure. I don't know how she's so comfortable talking about spirits and the paranormal at this time of night. Either she's got guts, or she's just used to it. Unless... No, it can't be. Wait. You're kidding, right?
About what?
I mean, just now. It kind of sounded like you were saying that only people with spirit sense can see you.
Of course that was a joke. Duh. You don't really think I'm some kind of evil spirit, do you? But yeah. I mean what I said about your spirit sense being strong. I mean, you could down a whole gimlet in one gulp. Seriously. That's the real reason I asked you to help me with the Seven Mysteries of Honjo business.
Okay, let me just clarify something. Are you saying you can actually see paranormal stuff?
Sure. I can handle a solid Moscow mule.
Why are you measuring this in terms of cocktails?
Not a believer, huh? Well, that's no matter. You have to have seen some weird stuff over the years, right?
Weird stuff?
Yeah, like things you could see but could never understand.
You can't be serious. Anything change? Let's see. Let's ask about spirit sense. I've seen ghost foes in magazines before, but are you telling me they really exist?
I bet they do. You can only recognize them if you really believe in them. So be careful.
So even with my skill, I won't be able to see them if I doubt that they exist.
That's right. The spirit world is all about the mind and the soul. You won't be able to see a thing unless you're properly in tune. But sometimes people get caught up in the moment, thinking they might see something. And then they really do. Because they believe they would.
Is that how that works?
Yep, just like drinking. You'll never know how much booze you can handle unless you're ready to down some shots.
I'm still not sure I get the drinking thing.
You know, I realized how strange it was as the words left my mouth.
Sheesh. What about alcohol? Totally unrelated, but do you actually drink? Real alcohol, I mean? I don't.
Whoa, talk about whiplash. I didn't expect you to start making small talk.
Well, our conversation was getting a bit dark. I figured a change of topic might lighten things up.
Oh, I see. If you really want to know, I like to think I can handle a few drinks. But to tell you the truth, I've never actually had a Moscow mule.
Really now?
I saw it sound cool. I would like to try it though.
Why don't we go for a drink sometime then?
Oh, you asking me out? No, you're just being a good Samaritan, right?
Is my audio being weird again? Nah, it's just me. No, that's not what I meant.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'd be up for that. But only if we find one of the 7 mysteries.
Alright, then let's get to work. Wait, do I still gotta ask?
And if you can believe that, there might be some hope for you yet.
You can't be serious. Okay. I just remembered. I actually did some research on the 7 Mysteries of Honjo at the library.
You did? Well, what'd you find?
Well, I discovered a few interesting things.
Oh, tell me everything.
7? Although they're called the 7 Mysteries, the literature lists 9 of them.
Oh, I'm surprised you picked up on that. Nice researching. Some people think there could be up to 15. That's the thing about these old folktales. Stuff gets added to them over the years.
That's more extra stories than the main ones.
Yeah, but the 7 mysteries rolls off the tongue way better than the 9 or 15.
If you say so.
But it makes sense, don't you think? It's more likely to be passed on if it's easy to remember.
Huh. That's a good point. Are these really ghost stories? So I read some of the stories, and none of them were, well, scary. I thought they were supposed to be ghost stories.
That's true. They're more like a collection of superstitions, really. There's some pretty disturbing ones in the mix.
Yeah, like the one that's supposed to take place here, the Whispering Canal. People who fished in this canal would hear a voice call out saying, "Leave it." They had to abandon their catch or the canal would take it.
Right.
Is that what you're expecting to find here in this park?
Not quite. We're talking about a folktale from hundreds of years ago. After centuries of the telephone game, who knows if it's anything like the original story.
So basically, you think the true story of the Whispering Canal might be completely different from what we know. Well, I guess that's fair.
Exactly, I'm sure it is. I mean, weren't you curious?
About what?
People from around here have the expression left at the canal, right? Meaning to abandon someone. This story is where it comes from. Except the story being told today is about fish. There's nothing in it about leaving people behind.
Now you mention it, that's true. So you're saying the original story maybe did involve someone being abandoned?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
Ah, gotcha. Interesting. What's this right? Oh, by the way, were we talking about the rite of resurrection?
Oh, your memory's as strong as your tolerance. I'm gonna start calling you Martini Man Shogo.
I'm really climbing up the drinks menu, huh?
So you know about it, huh? The Rite of Resurrection? A magazine ran a feature on it recently that got practically everyone talking about it.
Really? Maybe that's where I heard about it. Still, I don't know. It seems a little too far-fetched to be true.
So, the Rite of Resurrection. It's the forbidden art of bringing the dead back to life, concocted by a famous onmyoji from an ancient age. Rumor has it an old manuscript containing actual concrete details about the rite was recently discovered. This rumor comes from the presentation given by local historian Hideki Araishi at an academic conference.
You sure know a lot about this stuff.
That's because I'm secretly a huge occult buff.
I kinda got that.
Oh.
But, if a researcher spoke about it at an academic conference, it must have some basis in fact. That's also true, I guess, yeah?
Exactly. That's why I believe the Rite of Resurrection is real.
I'm starting to believe it too.
Good. Pursuit of the unknown starts with belief. I got that from Professor Araishi himself.
What do we got? As indicated by its name, this manuscript holds detailed instructions on how to perform the secret art of reviving the dead. This forbidden ritual is said to have been devised by once famous onmyoji, local researcher Hideki Araishi, recently discovered the old manuscript and gave a presentation on it at an academic conference, sending ripples through the field of occult studies. Interesting. Wait, hang on. I've got another question. You mentioned the Rite of Resurrection. Are you looking for that too? Does it have something to do with the Seven Mysteries of Honjo?
Oh, you're sharp. I cut my finger on you. To tell the truth, it's actually the other way around.
What do you mean?
Well, I started off searching for the Rite of Resurrection. But along the way, I realized that I needed to investigate the Seven Mysteries of Honjo first.
I see. So then... I feel like I should keep saving. I feel like I'm gonna be missing something. So... what's that got to do with the Seven Mysteries? So about the connection between this ride and the Seven Mysteries, putting together everything we talked about, my guess is that the original stories behind the Seven Mysteries, the true stories, are the key to finding the Rite of Resurrection. So like pieces of the puzzle. And that's why you're here searching for one of them. Do I have that right?
Wow, 10 out of 10. You're proving to be quite the capable assistant.
Wait, since when was I your assistant?
Anyway, this is all just hearsay, but... some say that what led to the Seven Mysteries coming to be was the Rite of Resurrection itself.
Huh? Don't the stories come from the Edo period? I thought the Rite of Resurrection was supposed to be way older than that.
Right. It seems that an onmyoji from the Edo period rediscovered in the ancient art. That old manuscript I mentioned with the details on how to use the rite? Apparently it was written in the Edo period. Oh, right, I never tell you its name. The manuscript is called the Record of Fates.
Oh, what a name.
And it speculates the secret of the rite is hidden within the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. So now, the Seven Mysteries are the hot new trend.
Among who? You know, this whole thing's starting to sound pretty questionable.
Come on, remember what I said about the pursuit of the unknown?
Starts with belief, right. An old manuscript from the Edo period written by the sorcerer recovered the Rite of Resurrection is viewed as a priceless and authentic document due to its detailed account of how to perform the ritual. Curious. Why are you looking for the rite? If you're looking for looking into a way to bring someone back from the dead. Does that mean you've got someone you want to bring back? You know what? Forget it. It just came to mind, so I thought I'd ask. I didn't mean to pry, sorry.
No, it's fine. I figured I'd need to tell you at some point. It's Pogo Pogo.
Oh no, the dog! Pogo Pogo?
Yeah. I want to bring Pogo Pogo back to life. He died in an accident about a month ago.
Pogo Pogo died?
Oh, right. Pogo Pogo was my dog. I had him for 8 years.
Ah, okay. Your dog. Gotcha. You spent a long time together. Losing him must have been really hard for you.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure if the right even works on dogs. As soon as I found out about it, I knew I had to give it a try. I don't think I could forgive myself if I just let the opportunity pass by.
Definitely. Now I understand why you feel so strongly about it. Thanks for telling me. I know this must be hard to talk about.
But you know what? All that led to me meeting you. So at least something good came out of it. Though that doesn't mean I'll stop looking, obviously.
Yoko, I'll do everything I can to help you.
So glad to hear that. Let's keep up the hard work then, yeah?
Whoa! Okay. What the hell? Feels like the air just changed. Why are you staring at me like that? Someone's got Yoko really rattled. Do I look behind me? Ah! I can't actually examine things anymore, it seems. I feel eyes on my back. I can't move. Is there something behind me? Yoko, are you okay? Hey, what's wrong? Stay with me.
This can't be real. No.
What's going on? What do you want? What? Hello? Hello? Wait, hold on. Be directly this way, right? Hello? What is this? No condition to talk. Yo's pointing over here, but I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Still, I know she's making this up.
Damn it, did I miss it?
Did I miss something? Oh, whoa. I don't get this. What's going on? Something happened? Yoko? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm looking this way now. I'm okay. Yoko, why are you dead? Hi. Huh? What happened? What the? Something's... What is it? Why is this happening? What is happening? Did I mess up? What did I do? It's 1 a.m. Again. Yoko, answer me. Yoko? No way. Can't be. Why? Why? Gotta calm down. Calm down, damn it. You don't know what she said. You're not a doctor. It's fine. You You're fine. Everything's fine.
No shit.
What the hell just happened? No, damn, I got bigger problems. Yoko, just hold on. Everything's gonna be okay. Oh god, she's not breathing. Just hold. I don't feel a pulse. This can't be happening. Okay. An ambulance, right. Gotta call an ambulance. I need phone. This way. Right, phone. I gotta call an ambulance. Help. I called it in. Ambulance shouldn't be long. Is it gonna make a difference? Her body's gone stiff and her skin is cold. I don't think she's breathing. She looks more like a mannequin than a person now. I don't think there's any coming back from that. I don't get it. Just a few minutes ago, we were chatting away without a care in the world. Yoko. How did this happen? How could someone so bright and bubbly just suddenly drop dead? Resurrect her. Huh? Oh, that's right. The rite of resurrection she was talking about really does exist. There might be a way to bring her back. If someone could just drop dead out of nowhere like that, like they were cursed, then why shouldn't there be a way to bring them back to life? Yoko believed in it, so if I believe in her, it seems completely possible. Maybe, just maybe, I can still save her. Even if I gotta deal with this spirit senses and curses and whatever, I've gotta try. Wait for me, Yoko. I promise I'll use the rite of resurrection to bring you back. Right before she died, I felt a strange presence a few times. It seemed like she saw something. Something that shook her to the bone. There's definitely something strange going on. And maybe it's still here. What could she have seen? She mentioned the rite of resurrection and the Seven Mysteries were connected. So maybe whatever it was she saw has something to do with that Whispering Canal. What? Oh, great. What happened? Damn it! Presence again! It must be around here somewhere, but where? I should save. Great. Save icon, I guess. The cold night air feels like it's pressing down on me. Just standing here makes me want to scream. But I've got bigger problems right now. Call an ambulance already. Should be here soon. Hmm? Wait. Why does it keep... It's not checking off, but I'm terrified I'm gonna examine you and something's gonna scare me again. Of course. I don't know how it took me so long to realize. This has to be some weird prank she's playing. Any second now she's going to open her eyes, get up, and have a good laugh at how scared I was. Right, Yoko? You can give up now. Boy, did I fall for that one. You really got me good. Wait, no, I've got it. You really were some spirit all along. There's no way you're really dead. Right? I'm not even fooling myself anymore. There's no going back. Only forward. Hmm. Hmm. What? Wait a minute. Hello? I keep clicking. Think. There's something here, I know it. I just need to look harder. Although, if some innocent poking around on about the Seven Mysteries was enough to get Yoko killed, there's a good chance the same thing is there's a good chance of the same thing happening to me. I already knew that when I decided to get involved. Oh, what's that? Huh? There's something on the ground. Did Yoko drop this? I didn't notice it till now. There's a small wooden sculpture by her side. It's 3 or 4 centimeters tall. It looks like it'd be a keychain, but from how raw it is, like, it's way too old for that. Despite how tiny it is, I feel an almost palpable malice radiating from it. What the hell is this thing? First stone acquired, the Whispering Canal. What the? Oh, me. Are these the Whispering Canal's memories? Such deep sorrow. Resentful memories flowing into my mind. Walk away, leave me behind, drop dead. Kill them. Kill them. Those who walk away, kill them all. You acquire the power of the Curse Stone, the Whispering Canal. You can use it to kill those who walk away from you? What? Huh? What the heck does that mean? Press the use curse button to kill your target as they attempt to depart. Ah! Murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now, kill. Can you hear it, Curse Bearer? You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. Should you seek life's restoration, take your curse in hand. Reap lives by the score. And claim their soul dregs for your own. Collect enough to sate this vessel. And by their sacrifice claim the gift of resurrection. Or better yet, slay your fellow curse bearers. For theirs are the equal of droves of lesser souls. Now go forth and kill. Alright, this is getting really strange really fast. Formerly known as Kinshi... this is the same. The strange phenomenon... Oh yeah, here we go. Kills by drowning one who leaves the curse bearer behind. Resentful memory. Toki loved fishing with her father in Kichi more than anything. With their wicker baskets on their backs and... With their wicker baskets on their backs, they would leave for the canal every morning and fish till the evening. You know what? Give me a second. While we read the, While we read this, let's just have that be silent so it's not blasting in my ear. Whispering Canal. Toki loved fishing with her father, Jinkichi, more than anything. With their wicker baskets on their backs, they would leave for the canal every morning and fish till the evening. The miso soup her mother, Koma, made using the carp they caught was to die for. Her parents loved her dearly. One day, however, her father disappeared. Toki's mother went to look for him and never came back either. Those who came to express their concern eventually stopped visiting her out of fear. Toki continued to wait, all alone. Mother? Father? Where'd you go? Don't leave me behind. Unable to bear the loneliness, she left her home and trudged along the roads until night fell. Neither her mother nor father were anywhere to be found. Tears stung her eyes. Suddenly, the sound of fish splashing in the water cut through the silence. She found herself standing before the canal where they used to fish together. The taste of carp and the memory of her father's smile flashed across her mind. Without thinking, Toki walked into the moat. The sound of water splashing echoed throughout the night air. Passerby thought of it only as the fish in the canal. The splashing faded, and the silence returned to the lonely night. Curse echoes are the visual manifestation of curses. These manifestations are fundamentally related to the origin of the curse. They do not always take the same shape and may sometimes appear in a more abstract or disfigured form. They lack consciousness, unlike a spirit, and are thus the mere dregs of a soul. Curses are made tangible by what are known as soul dregs. Someone cursed by a curse, that is a curse echo, is called a curse bearer. A curse echo is in itself a curse, and a possessed curse bearer can inflict that curse upon others at will. A curse that comes with a curse echo is considered very powerful in and of itself. Ordinarily, those with no spirit sense would not be able to perceive it a curse echo, but anyone who becomes a curse bearer can see other curse echoes. Curse stones. All Nitsuke carvings imbue with curses derived from the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. Ordinarily, those with spirit sense can wield such curses. These curse stones allow ordinary people to use them just as lethally. When someone dies, their life essence leaves their body and becomes a soul. If one is killed by means of certain curses, however, their life essence will turn to a residue known as soul dregs. The Rite of Resurrection essentially uses these soul dregs as a sacrificial offering to bring back the dead. The amount of soul dregs required depends on when the person being resurrected passed away. The more time has passed since their passing, the more soul dregs are required. So if you wanted to bring back someone ancient, you would require basically a whole planet's worth. Okay, we can turn back on the music. I just want to be able to read my own thoughts. What the hell was that? It's like the curse's memories floated directly into my mind. In an instant, I understood everything. I picked up this curse stone. The Whispering Canal must have cursed me. I also heard a strange voice. It told me that if I want the right, I have to kill a bunch of people with this curse stone and collect their souls. I guess it's good to know that the right really exists. But this thing wants me to kill people to get it? Screw that! Putting my own life on the line is one thing. Murdering other people is another thing entirely. Not just one person either. Scores, it said. So this is the curse of the Whispering Canal, huh? Curse that traps the soul of anyone who tries to walk away from me. But if I use it and collect enough souls, then I'll be able to bring Yoko back. And there was something about other curse bearers being worth more soul dregs. Jeez. I'm really at a loss here. Well, that's a lot to take in, don't you think? I've got my own curse stone, and the curse of the Whispering Canal. I'm in way over my head. Was Yoko the one who dropped this curse stone? Does that mean she was the previous owner of the curse of the Whispering Canal? Then did she know what the Rite of Resurrection involved? A part of me doesn't fully believe that, person. Not just person. Feels like I'm being watched. Is someone there? Where are you? What's that? Huh? The hell's that? It looks like a light floating in midair? Huh? There's a person right there. Hi. How do I look closer? Is there someone there? They must be ignoring me on purpose. Maybe they're waiting to see what I do. Whoa, it's coming closer. Is this another one of the Seven Mysteries? It looks like a will-o-wisp, maybe. Was there anything like that in the Seven Mysteries? I don't think so. Was there? It wouldn't be Whispering Canal, obviously. Not Fool's Possession. Why is there an extra?
Only one that might fit? Not even then, but I don't know. What are you? Hi? It's creeping me out. But staying put for now. I should probably leave it be. Hi? You asked for it. Yo! Hey! Who's there? Bye. Hi.
Oh, my. How unexpected. It was your curse that killed that poor woman, I take it.
How do you know? And why do you think? What?
Gag out your tongue, Mr. Oki.
Huh? Who are you? And why do you know? Curse?
That man. Who is he?
He looks to be in his 30s or 40s. He's all dressed up in a suit and tie, but somebody looks really shady. What's he doing here? Was he watching us all this time? Something tells me curses are nothing new to him. If he's one of the other curse bearers, then I need to be careful. He might be here to kill me and take my curse stone. But by the same token, killing him will net me a lot of soul dregs. I don't want to kill if I can avoid it. Is it really worth killing in hundreds for one? Tall, humorous-looking man. Humorless. He doesn't look familiar to me. He's acting like he knows me, though. Have we met somewhere before? I still don't have a clue who you are. How do you know me? Have we met?
Dear me. It's always humbling to find that one is not well known as one believes. Perhaps my name will help you remember. I am Takumi Yumioka.
Takumi Yumioka?
Does that ring any bells?
I think I've heard that name somewhere before. Maybe. Is there anything here? I don't recognize the name. Yeah, I don't recognize that.
So you not even know my name? How disappointing. Disappointing, but fortuitous.
Takumi Yumioka?
Man who was covertly watching Shogo Oki at Kinshibori Park.
Curse Echo. Hold on. I noticed it says, Curse Echo now. So we know what mine is, the Whispering Canal. Wait a minute. How did it say the guy died at the beginning? How did it say Shogo died at the beginning? Oh no.
Well then, Mr. Oki, allow me to make you a proposition. You have a curse stone in your possession. I would like you to give it to me.
How do you know about that?
Why, I saw the whole thing.
It doesn't explain how you know what a curse stone is. Even I barely have a handle on it. You know about the Seven Mysteries of Honjo and their curses and all that, don't you?
But of course, those curse stones, they're terribly dangerous things, capable of killing without a trace so long as their conditions are met.
I hadn't thought of it that way, but yeah.
Imagine what might happen if one fell into the wrong hands. They would be safer in mine, don't you agree? Although it seems I arrived too late to stop you from killing that poor woman.
What are you... That wasn't me!
I'm willing to overlook your indiscretion, but only if you give me your curse stone.
No way in hell! For all I know, the wrong hands are yours!
Very well. I'd hoped to settle this amicably, but you leave me no choice. This Takumi guy must have a curse stone of his own.
You can't have a curse stone! If he did, he wouldn't be so eager to get his hands on mine. He wants one of his own. They're that powerful, that dangerous. By the sounds of it, if I give him the chance, he'll try to take this curse stone by force. I have to keep him talking and figure out the way to get my curse out. A way to get my curse out first. How can I get him to leave me behind? Though, it would be a waste to not take this chance to find out about the other curse bearers. I don't want to use this! If I want to use my curse on him, I have to get him to walk away and leave me behind. Scenario 1, he does what he came here to do. Scenario 2, he suddenly needs to be somewhere else. He's probably here for my curse stone, so I don't think I'd get out of Scenario 1 alive. Scenario 2 means hoping something will happen by chance, and luck is rarely on my side. So my only hope is Scenario 3, something makes it impossible for him to stay. I don't have to keep him away forever, I just need to get him to walk away once. Hey, you! He said his name was... He hasn't taken his eyes off me for a second. Even now, he's still staring right at me. Who the hell is he? Maybe if I focus, I can recall something useful. Takumi Yumioka, how the hell does he know me? It's not like I've been getting out much. I barely have a life outside of work. Do I have a note or something that tells me who this guy is? Takumi Yumioka. Takumi Yumioka. Takumi Yumioka. I hit the wrong button. I need to tell me that I'll keep him talking. My best bet would be... What do you want with my curse stone anyway? I intend to seal it away in a secure location, so it may never be used again. I'm certain that you, too, would rather be free of this burden. The power to kill without fear of consequence is, in itself, a curse. There are many ne'er-do-wells in this world who cannot resist the urge to use it. All the more so if promised a chance to resurrect the dead. Seal it away. How? I would put it in the care of a sorcerer who is well versed in supernatural matters. If I have gained your trust, I must ask you to hand me your curse stone. Yoko. How do I know it wasn't you who killed Yoko with your curse? Mr. Oki, if you're hoping to trick me into revealing whether I possess a curse stone, I assure you, you cannot. It is your curse that was responsible, Mr. Oki, no matter what you might tell yourself. That's impossible because of how it works. According to this curse stone, it only kills if the person walks away. Even if I was the one to inflict the curse. She didn't walk away. So that doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make sense. I only found this after Yoko died. Oh? Don't play dumb. I know you're the one who did this. Whether you choose to believe me is your prerogative, but you are mistaken. You should know that multiple curses awakened at once at the stroke of midnight. There are many other curses in Honjo, and many other curse bearers. Is it not premature of you to assume that I am the one responsible? Wait, so you're saying that at midnight a bunch of people became curse bearers? There's no point in continuing this conversation. For all I know, you could be telling me anything. Other curse bearers. For each of the 7 mysteries, there's a curse and a curse bearer, right? Do you know of who any of the others are? And what would you do with that information? Your intentions are nothing untoward, I hope. Is in the hearts of the selfish and insipid of those
those who would be most tempted by the rite of resurrection, that the curses take root. And a curse's resentful memories impart a powerful urge to kill, as I am certain you are aware. You are a victim of circumstance, Mr. Oki, but your situation is exceedingly dangerous. You must relinquish your curse stone for your own benefit, before it is too late.
Too late? It's already too late. There's no going back. All I can do is keep pressing forward. And if you're going to stand in my way, then I'll have to stop you.
Might have taken as a threat, Mr. Oki. I would encourage you to exercise more discretion before you fall foul of a curse.
Why are you so convinced that it was my curse that killed Yoko?
Why is simply that?
Huh?
I do believe I just saw your companion move.
She what? Yoko?
Wait. She doesn't look at
You... I realize a little late.
I'm dead. Oops. My, Kane. You seem to have arrived at a less than favorable result. This is a mere conjecture on my part, but perhaps you ought to be more careful about turning your back on unscrupulous individual. Here now, you may take as many attempts as you please before your unfortunate mishap. Just remember, whatever you do, do not turn around. I forgot. I'm an idiot. Before I give you my curse stone, I want to know who you are. I need to know if I can trust you. Reasonable enough concern. Very well. I'm an associate of the great sorcerer Suigen Gamyoto. Suigen Gamyoto? Indeed. You must have heard of him. I believe he was recently featured in a certain magazine. Your unfortunate companion there came seeking his counsel not a few days ago. It was from her that I learned your name. I thought she would have mentioned me to you, but it seems that that was presumptuous of me. And when did this happen? Why, just 2 or 3 days ago. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not buying that.
He knows I don't know who he is, so he's just trying to feed me a story. I've only known Yoko for a month, but she never mentioned going to see some mystic.
Although it is Yoko we're talking about, so... Oh, it's hard to say for sure. I hope that's enough to convince you that my hands are more than trustworthy.
What's up with the light? What's up with that weird ball of light? Is that your curse?
Whatever do you mean? I'm afraid I see no such thing.
Huh? It's right. Huh? It's gone. It's right there.
I see. It seems you have become the mark of another curse bearer.
What? My work. That's how he knows me. I've never actually met him, so it's only slipped my mind. Go virtually watching Shogooki at Kinshibori Park. Takumi is the secretary to the chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps, a chemicals company headquartered in Sumida City. Takumi worships the company, a chairwoman, Natsue Yamamori, and demonstrates his unwavering loyalty through his swift and exact execution of every task given to him. Just as Natsue Yamamori continues to exert tremendous influence over the company since her retirement from the presidency, so too does Takumi. He continues to support her behind the scenes, acting as Natsue's mouthpiece in this capacity has earned him the ire of the current president and the board of directors. Takumi knows the names of faces of not only all employees at the head office, but also the temporary workers in their factories and warehouses, even their main suppliers. Interesting. So that's who you are. So he can gum Yoda my ass. This guy thinks he can sell me anything. But I don't know if having figured that out helps me much right now. He works at Hihaku Soaps, just like me. He's the secretary to the chairwoman, Natsue Yamamori. No wonder I didn't recognize him. He's way above us lowly peons. I've only seen him in the company bulletins. But he knew who I was. Could he have memorized the names and faces of everyone in the company? So he can gum Yoda my ass. I know who you are.
Work at Hihaku Soaps, just like me. You're the chairwoman's secretary. Well, that took you long enough. Your lack of company loyalty is frankly astounding. Allow me to reiterate my request, then. Not as a stranger, but as your superior. Hey, we're not at the office. You don't get to push me around like that. Why is our chairwoman's secretary even out looking for curse stones anyway? I refrain from revealing myself precisely to avoid such questions, but I suppose needs must. Since the dawn of the Showa era, the land of Honjo has nurtured our company's growth, and vice versa. It is our duty to ensure that curses do not take root in this land we know as our home. I'm not sure I buy that. Yeah, I don't either. Like many things, it is not a matter that it concerns the rank and file. The chairwoman has no desire to spread fear through our beloved company's birthplace. Now, if that is all, I must insist that you hand me your curse stone. I have to keep him where... Wait, I got it! I know how I can convince him to leave. Well, you did just kill me, so maybe... Oh crap, I totally forgot. What is it? Oh, I called an ambulance. Oh right, I forgot to mention, I called an ambulance. It should be coming any minute now. An ambulance? Have you lost your mind? They will arrive to find you standing next to a corpse, alone, in the dead of night. No doubt they would hand you over to the police. We'll have some questions for you. Probably, but I'm sticking with Yoko. Unless you want to join me for in an interrogation room, you better get out of here. You're telling the truth, I see. They're getting closer by the second. I cannot afford to be waylaid at this juncture. I fear I must take my leave. I'm allowed to kill it? No, I'm at... Okay, although he did just kill me. You know what? Fair's fair. You dare. He's dead. He's really dead. So this is what a cursed stone can do. Wait. I'm curious what would happen if I didn't. I don't feel good about this anymore. Whoa. I don't feel good about this. No, I can't. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be a mass murderer. No, I should continue. Fine. I left the park immediately. I felt bad for leaving Yoko, but I couldn't stay there. The emergency medical services will probably take care of her body. Takami's too. It'll be all over the news tomorrow. Until then, at least I know she'll be in a safe place. Alright. I have to find my next sacrifice quickly. I got no time to waste. I need to find the other curse bearers and collect their souls. Killing Takumi barely got me any soul dregs. Guess he mustn't have been a curse bearer after all. It's not enough. The soul of a non-curse bearer amounts to little more than leftover bread crumbs. I have to think of the places where the other curse bearers of the Seven Mysteries would be. The curses were activated around midnight. The others are bound to be active still. I should check to see if there are any other places with connections to the mysteries nearby. At the very least, another curse bearer might be thinking the same as me. Meaning I could run into them. Let's see. Which of the Seven Mysteries are closest? I mean, Kinshicho right now. The haunting clappers are on the other side of the Oyoko River, just over Shumoku Bridge. The foot-washing mansion and the ever-burning lantern are around South Warigasai Street, past train tracks. And further along Oyoko River, I'll find the beckoning light on Hoonji Bridge. Those 3 places are the closest, I guess. I guess I should start there. Items? Curse stone? I don't want to... I'm conflicted. I thought I was going to die if I... You know what? Here's the deal. If I don't die... Here's the deal. I'm going to not do it, but if it leads to a new route, then I'll come back to this save. I only chose it because I thought it was going to kill me. Sooner than later, I will return for your curse stone. I only hope you do not abuse it in the meantime. Well then, I bid you good evening. I didn't use it. Okay, never mind. He just uses it anyways. Alright, that makes the choice easier then. I figured I was the last... What I was figuring was gonna happen is I figured that as soon as I said that, he would kill me, take the curse stone, run away, blah blah blah. But, guess not. Curse stone of the Whispering Canal was one of the 7 mysteries of Honjo. Collect the other curse bearer's souls before dawn and bring Yoko back to life. We should go to another location connected to the 7 mysteries of Honjo. So our other options are... Nope. Honji Bridge, Shumoku Bridge, and South Baragasai. So this is the Clappers. This is the mansion. What was the bridge area again? The bridge was... the other bridge, I should mention. Is this Ryogoku Bridge? Oh, Onji Bridge. South Baragasai is the ever-burning lantern. And foot washing mansion. The beckoning light. Let's go see the light. Reason I want to see the light is I'm still curious about that blob. What was that blob that I saw? We're going here. Both the foot washing mansion and the ever-burning lantern are from this area. This late at night, even a road as big as this one is silent as the grave. Is it just me, or is it oddly dark around here? Could this be... Oh no, maybe I chose the wrong one. Could this be... Is this darkness the work of a curse? Have I already fulfilled its conditions to kill? Should I get out of here? Or should I stick around and figure out just what I'm dealing with? Nope. I know it's past midnight, but it still seems oddly dark around here. And this feeling, it's the same as from before. Uh-oh. 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 Not good. Hi! There. There's something over there. Is that a curse echo? The curse of the 7 mysteries given form? I knew it! There's a curse bearer around here.
Is that curse echo what's causing this darkness? It doesn't seem hostile. Is it trying to tell me to come closer? What should I do? I'll observe it. No, approaching it would be stupid. I should keep my distance. Decision time. What should I do? If I sit here like this, I risk fulfilling the conditions for that person's curse. It seems like I can still back out if I want to. But do I want to? Hi there, mystery. What's gonna happen if I just sit and wait? Let's check it out. Hi. Hi. I'm dead, aren't I? Uh-oh. What have I done? Ow. What now? This isn't a curse doing this. Somebody's pulling me in. That hurt. Looks like I'm inside a building? Did it toss me in here? Can't see squat. Is this the same darkness from the curse echo? Doesn't seem like there's even a window. There's no telling which direction I'm facing. It got me. This has to be the work of another curse bearer. Is this darkness because of a curse echo? Are they trying to trap me here? I guess I should be glad they haven't killed me yet. If I don't start searching for a way out. Shit, I can't see a thing. Only I had a source of light. I run the walls no matter where I feel around myself. They're made of concrete, I think? Pretty small room. Maybe it's like a garage space or something. I can't seem to find an exit though. Oh! Stomach! Oh god! I'm dead. Okay, don't get near that thing. Okay. Hey, storyteller. You seem to have arrived at a less affordable. This is mere conjecture on my part, but perhaps you might have survived if only you could have done something about that pesky darkness. Fear not, you may make it as many attempts. It's never wise to linger in the dark. Alright, let's try it again. I'm out of here. See ya. Peace. The Shimoka Bridge is supposedly where the bell from the Haunting Clapper story used to be. I wandered around here for a while, but I didn't see anything interesting. The only thing I found was what looked like 100 yen lighter someone threw away. I don't know if curses are vulnerable to fire, but maybe I'll find a use for it. Well, that's handy. Of course, I didn't just find a lighter. There were a ton of cigarette butts strewn around the ground, too. Seems like the place is well in need of some wooden clappers to warn about fire. Great. Barely has any lighter fluid in it. That might not be a good thing, then. Let's go here first. Oh, hey! Hello there! Honjo Bridge. Location linked with the beckoning light. The other side is an industrial district, and further down from the bridge is the temple from which it gets its name. Hardly anyone's around yet. Not surprising, seeing as it's past 2 in the morning. Feels like the whole... Oh. Sorry, I about pulled out my headphones. It feels like the whole world's gone to sleep. Honjo Bridge has some pretty unusual structure. The ends are stone, but the middle is steel. The Oko River beneath is actually a canal that was dug during the Edo period. Man. Not that right button. Someone's staying on the bridge, silhouetting themselves against the sky. Damn it! Wait, fine, I'll go first. Whoa! Huh? I see. Interesting. Well now, this is a surprise. Huh? Who are you?
If you got the wrong guy, just say so. Along with one super shady looking guy. Only a curse bearer would have any reason to be here around this time. Maybe I should talk to him. You want fire? You want a stone? Come now. It won't hurt you, at least tell me your name. What are you doing here? Very good, you shouldn't get up your name so easily, especially not to strangers. Gone is the age when might made right. Nowadays, it's information that rules the world. You do well to remember that. You're the one who asked. Your name, your address, your phone number, your age, your occupation. Your personal information is much more valuable than you might think. You treat those things with care. So I guess you don't plan on telling me anything either, then. You can call me Richter Kai, private detective. But didn't you just say not to... Never mind. You say you're a detective? That's correct. I'm a man who deals in secrets. Don't expect me to share any more information with you, though. I only told you that so we could have an understanding. Richter Kai? The eccentric man that Shogo Oki ran into at Honji Bridge. A detective? Really? Dressed like that? He may look ridiculous, but he knows what he's doing. I don't want him finding out about me. I don't think he's a curse bearer, so I'm better off just leaving him alone. He's a flamboyant fellow. I wouldn't bat an eyelid if this were in the inner city, but he stands out like a sore thumb in these parts. I like him. What's a detective doing around here? Working. And that's all I'm about to say. I could ask you the same thing, though. And it seems like a strange place to stop. What brought you here? What should I tell you? I see. Clearly you didn't stop here just for the chance to talk to me. Which begs the question, what did you expect to find here? Maybe this bridge simply appeals to you. But then why would you go out of your way to drop by in the middle of the night? No, your business. No, don't worry about it. I think I'm in the wrong place anyway. If you ever need a hand, I'd be happy to help. It's all in a day's work for an investigator extraordinaire. Thanks. I'll try looking somewhere else for now. Really? Well, I'm sorry I couldn't be of any more help. Well, let's try going through the darkness now with the lighter. Whatever happened here, our stomach gets torn apart or something. I've got a lighter! You can't kill me, I've got a lighter! Get over here! Can I skip this? Skip! Also, what flashes before I get too close? Oh, I thought something flashed. Ow. Items. That's right, I have the lighter I picked up earlier. Great. Perfect, it works. Now I can make out my surroundings a bit better. What the? Something... Right, he's got a light. That ruins everything. Someone there. Are you curse bearer? It's over. Time to get out of here. You killed me. What the? Why? That was a close one. I didn't catch a glimpse of the curse bearer, but it seems like I'm alright. Oh, 30? His curse must have had something to do with light and darkness. My guess would be the ever-burning lantern? So there's a connection between the Seven Mysteries and the way their curses work. That might be useful to know. Well, he tried killing me, so you know what? He deserved it. The ever-burning lantern is the curse responsible for this. I
guessed maybe its condition is something about being in total darkness. It's a good thing I had this lighter. Seems to have saved me. Well, what about going back to Shimoku? Hello? Nothing? Alright. I'm probably gonna end up playing as other characters then, aren't I? Huh. I'm so curious, what the heck is this? Click, 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 click. Alright, move. So that's what that curse was. That's good to know, at least. Hey, buddy, I'm back! Richter! Something else you need? No, I'm just passing by. Is that so? Hey, you want a stone? Hey, I got rock. Doesn't look like he has anything to do with the curse bearers. I should move on. If he's been here for as long as he says, there's a good chance he's seen something. I don't think it's worth asking. Seems like all kinds of trouble. I beg to differ. That's right. I meant to ask. Do you have a light on you? A light? You mean for cigarettes? Well, I've got this cheap one I picked up, but that's it. Also, I just realized why my voice might have been echoing, and I'm an idiot. Oh well. It's fine. It's not, but it's fine. Apologies for how awful the mic probably sounded for a while. Oh no, this'll do nicely. Are you sure? Lighter. Anyway, I should get back to work. Once you're gone, anyway. Is there a reason I can't be here? Of course. My work is top secret. Well, I don't see me getting anywhere with this. Okay, I've had a look around the area. Should look somewhere else now. Where to next? First, around Meteoricho Park, at the end of South Rarigasai Street, is the Taiko of Sugaru. North there is a school called Komagata High School at the location of the Fool's Procession. It should be around here. So, the mysteries include the Taiko of Sugaru and the Fool's Procession. Heard music. Command is people to find the source, but no matter how much they search, the music would fade when one neared the Warigasai Canal. The source of the sound was never located. So this one has something to do with sound. So if I'm not careful and something with sound happens, I might get killed. Maybe... my best guess is maybe if you listen to something for too long? And then Taiko Sugaru. Oh. And this one is the drum. Best guesses are maybe listening to the drum or beating on the drum kills you. Or something. Let's go to the park, I guess. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, why are there two people here? This is Midoricho Park, location of the Taiko Sugaru, one of the Seven Mysteries. Huh? Someone's there. Two people. Two men. One middle-aged and the other a young adult, talking to each other. There's a good chance that one of them could be a curse bearer. Try to scope things out without being spotted. To pick up their conversations from this distance, I'll have to focus in and watch them for a while, I think. If it looks like I'll be spotted, I'll quickly hide behind a tree to move out of line of sight. I don't see anyone, boss. I bet we see some before the night is done. Seven Mysteries. Nothing. Hello? I'm nothing. I'm but the... Oh, shit. You two are police officers. Huh. People have to say we don't look it. I'm sorry if we startled you. Sure, it's no problem, but we'll have to ask you some questions as procedure. Oh, I'm June Rio. I'm from the Metropolitan Police Department. Investigative Division. June Ario? And this little guy with the scowling mug is Chief Inspector Tetsuo Tsutsumi. You would not guess from that frown, but he actually is quite sweet tooth. Ario, quit blabbering. Huh. Gruff police officer and fresh face. Ay. Ah, they're detectives. They're not investigating the corpse that was here, right? Are they? No, I'm still fine anyway. It's not like a curse could show up as evidence in a police investigation. I don't believe how calm I am. I just need to keep a cool head and not panic. Why'd you unfold your arms? I have to figure out whether or not they're curse bearers first. With the two of them, the curse could be either of them. The other already be aware that their friend has a curse stone? I feel like they said something about a curse while they were just talking now. If they were talking about a curse here after all, here of all places, then it's highly likely that they have something to do with a curse bearer. By the way, if I'm gonna do it, I have to get them both. Leaving one alive would be too risky. I still don't know if I can use the curse on two people at once if they both leave at the same time. You want a lighter? You want a stone? What if I just left? I get the feeling I'd probably get shot? Question mark? Hi. He's as intimidating as I'd expect a veteran cop to be. First that private detective, now police detectives. Why today of all days? I always imagine detectives as blunt and aggressive, but I guess there are some pleasant ones too. Hi! Why are you kissy? Now first, can you show me some ID with your name, address, and occupation? Are we okay? I'm better off just going along with it. Wow, you work for Hyaku Soaps? I heard they've been raking it in lately. That true? I don't know much about that. I'm just a recent hire. People are loving the new hair product that you have. I use it all the time myself. Thank you for your patronage. Ario, you use hair products? Get with the times, boss. Guys nowadays all uses these things. Isn't that right, Mr. Oki? Yeah, sure. We even make men's cosmetics now. So, what a time we live in. Sorry, boss is a kind of a caveman who thinks using only a bar of soap for all his washing makes him cool or something. I don't think that. I just don't care enough to use anything else. Actually, we do have an all-in-one soaps for just that purpose. There are plenty of people like you. Huh, hear that, hero?
That's what I'm talking about. Should put out more of those.
Aren't you riled up? Anyway, Mr. Oki, what is it you're doing out here?
Actually, I'm searching for the Seven Mysteries. Have you heard of the Seven Mysteries of Honjo, Detective?
Yeah, I heard of them. You were just talking about them a minute ago.
A girl I know is into them. That's how I got interested.
I see. I seem to remember even in Midoricho Park had one of the mysteries associated with it. What was it again?
Midoricho was... the Taiko of Sugaru.
Ah, that's right. Taiko of Sugaru. This whole area used to be the residence of the Sugaru, a clan of samurai.
So that's why you were hanging around here in the middle of the night? Discover anything interesting?
No, nothing. Though I admit I haven't been looking into these things too hard. Right, I think I understand your situation. Thank you for your answers. Now it's quite late, so you best be heading home.
I'll leave the questions up to him. I've got nothing to ask.
Something wrong? Free to go.
Why do you keep doing that with your lips? Excuse me. Some few detectives around. Does that mean something happened here?
Well, we are investigators, so it's indeed related to the case. Don't worry, there's no threat to civilians whatsoever. We'll be here a while longer looking into things, but you can rest easy.
A while longer, huh? That's not good. This may be my only chance. I see.
Well, I'll be going now. Take care.
Well, I'm fairly sure one of them is a curse bearer. Getting them to leave will be hard. Maybe I should go somewhere else before they get any more suspicious of me. Well, there's not really anything I can do. Well, here's the school at least. Here I am at Komagata High School. Let's see here.
Someone's there!
Huh? Whoa! What the?
Ow! I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, but did you just climb over the school gate? What the heck? The school gate is closed, but climbing over looks easy enough. A large gymnasium looms silently over the grounds, and it's even more imposing in the dark. I can see the main school building past the gate. Was the girl inside the school? A student appearing suddenly at the location of the Fool's Procession late at night. Clearly something unusual is going on, and it involves a curse. I can't write it off as coincidence. Well... You want a stone? Why did I move? I shouldn't go back to the park where the detectives are. It'd be better to take care of my business here. A girl in a school uniform came climbing over the front gate. She must be a student here. Are we gonna be killing a child? I think she's hiding in her hand. Oh no. No doubt about it. That's a curse stone. This girl's a curse bearer. Well, the school's supposedly on the former site of the daimyo's residence where he encountered the Fool's Procession. It's now at the center of a quiet residential area. A co-educational municipal high school with 632 attendees. Its name is commonly shortened to Koma. Although it opened at Honjo First Middle School in 1943, subsequent revisions to its enrollment policy saw it change its name, becoming Komagata High School. Strives to instill its students with the three S's of Sumida: sound morals, social responsibility, and strength of spirit. Success has been limited. Plagued by delinquency, has been forced to turn to temporary employees to compensate for its high staff turnover. And its sports club faces challenges with its inner city location and small campus. Its traditional culture research club is thriving, however, even issuing regular bulletins in collaboration with local records offices. When walking around his estate, he heard the sound of music, much like that of a kaguru performance. He commanded his people to find the source, but no matter how much they searched, the music would fade when one neared the Waragasai Canal. The source of the sound was never located. This girl is dangerous. What's going on? Why are you at school this late?
Well, I'm really sorry. I'm in a big hurry right now, so I gotta go.
I don't... Here's the thing. The other times, I killed them because they killed me. But this girl, sure, she's a curse bearer. Sure, she'd give me a lot of points, but she hasn't killed me. I'm good. Hey, wait! What?
Huh?
Wait! Hold on a second. Am I reading this into this wrong? Controls. Does it just get auto-used? I'm confused. Hold on a second. I want to try something. Well, shoot, that was the wrong thing. I've tried picking up my controller and I immediately kill her. Nice. I'm just hitting A. I'm not going to hit curse. Okay, curse is automatically used. It doesn't matter what I do. Curse is automatically used. Got it.
Bye. Mio. Sorry.
I didn't want to kill her. Uh... 36 soul dregs. Killed her. I got a curse bearer. It's working. I just have to keep it up. How many more do I need? 1, 2... Alright, on to the next one. First, the one-side read by Ryogoku Bridge. Then Evergreen Beach at the former Yasuda Gardens along the Sumida River. Finally, Sumida River. Bro, I'm not killing them. Alright, looking at... We don't have the clappers. We have the Evergreen Beach. And the one-sided reed. Have only sprouted leaves on one side. What confuses me is Evergreen. No one had seen a single leaf fall from the tree. A single leaf had fallen from the tree. Never a single leaf. So I imagine it has something to do with the leaves, right? I think I'm safe for going here first, question mark? Former Yasuda Gardens. There was some kind of incident here recently, so the entrance was closed off. It was easy enough to sneak in here since there are no guards at this time of night. However, it feels weird being in these magnificent gardens after hours. There's not a visitor or groundskeeper in sight. The Ryogoku Public Hall is also on the grounds. Its eye-catching structure makes this place feel even more otherworldly. Lush Green Park administered by Sumida City as is common in traditional Japanese gardens. Its large central pond, shaped like the character for heart, crisscross. The garden once pulled in water from the Sumida River so that its pond would ebb and flow with the tide. A novelty in Edo, which has begun filling in the bay to support expansion, but the practice has been discontinued in modern times due to flood prevention measures. Curious. I'm gonna turn around. There's gonna be someone there. Yeah. 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 Don't look her in the eye. Question is, what do I do about this? I'm not even allowed to move. You want a lighter, person? I see you. Ah!
So, have you decided what you're going to do? With your... Oh, so precious.
Hi?
Curse stone?
Another curse bearer, huh? Yeah. As soon as I snuck into the gardens, a woman inside called out from behind me.
I've been waiting for you. I have a curse stone.
Her sudden proclamation had me at a loss for words. So the woman continued.
I have you in a position where I can use my curse on you whenever I please. If you hand over your curse stone, I will at least spare your life.
In that moment, all I could squeeze out in a reply was, let me think about it. Which brings us to now. Alright. A woman in her 30s. She has a refined air about her, like she was brought up in a family of high social standing. But I also sense a shadow hanging over her. Wonder if it has anything to do with this place. I'ma just ignore you. I thought she disappeared for a second. Damn it. Did I expose myself somehow? She said she can use her curse on me at any time. I guess I've already fulfilled its conditions. It could be a bluff, but since she seems to have information on me, it's probably true. I can't hand over my curse stone. I need to figure out how her curse is activated and find a way out of here. For now, maybe I can get some information by talking about something that catch her interest. What did it say about this place? Hi. Hello there.
Don't tell me you still haven't made up your mind. Such an indecisive man.
Wait, I might hand over my curse stone, depending on certain things. Will you hear me out for a moment? Please.
Sure. Go on.
Introduce yourself. If we're going to talk, we should get to know each other better. My name is
Stop.
Huh?
Let's not do that, alright? If I know your name, I might start to feel sorry for you. And I have a harder time killing you.
You would?
Don't you think? 7.
Uh-oh. About curse stones. If you take my curse stone, what are you going to do with it?
With your curse stone? It's brimming with soul dregs, isn't it? It's already killed so many. No?
How does she know so much?
I like to avoid such crude methods myself. 6.
Hey! Right. You want soul dregs. That means you're after the right resurrection too. Not that I'm trying to compare our circumstances, but can I ask what led you to this?
Oh my. Do you mean that if my situation is more dire than yours, you'd give your curse stone to me?
Sure, I'd consider it. So tell me.
Liar.
Huh?
You wouldn't hang your fate on something as superficial as that. Nor would I.
Hi. Well, what if you just tell me your name?
Why?
Well, I need to call you something.
Then call me ma'am.
Alright, ma'am.
Yes? What is it?
This is bad. She's completely running the show here.
I've had enough. 2 curse bearers. Shouldn't be carrying on like this.
I'm dead, aren't I? Can you take soul dregs from other curse bearers' stones and add them to your own?
Who knows? But you have to admit, it's worth trying.
So basically, you want soul dregs, but you steal the ones others have gathered because you don't want to get your own hands dirty?
You're half right. But half wrong, too. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I just want to end this with as little trouble as possible. Understand?
I'm dead. How do you know you haven't already set off my curse?
Go on then. Use it. If I had, you could have activated it without all that bluster. And yet, here you are.
Damn, does she already know about it? Or about that student from before? But if she already knows what it would activate, she wouldn't hide it. Because if you know what activates my curse, there's no way you would set it off yourself. But she must not know yet. I still have a chance.
Listen, I don't want you to get the wrong idea.
About what?
Talking like this instead of killing you immediately. It's just a whim of mine. What I mean to say is that you were never in a position to bargain.
I'm dead. You actually can't kill me, can you? And that strange countdown from before, too. It's all just a bluff to threaten me. I don't give in to threats, so why don't you give this up and...
If that's the case, give it a try then. Only one more now. Let me tell you the number.
Well,
such a shame. This is the end for you.
Uh-oh. Fire! What? He must have been following me. Huh? I don't get it. What happened? I mean, obviously I burned. You seem to have arrived. It wasn't all in vain, however, as you finally realize how the curse is activated. Fear not, you may make as many attempts. Shogo Oki has no way of realizing himself, so you must react for him. To be honest, I still honestly don't fully understand. I don't understand. Again, I don't fully understand how.
My son. What? He'd be in 6th grade now.
Oh.
If he were still alive.
Ah.
When I'm one of the big kids, I'll help look after the 1st and 2nd graders, he'd say. He always had a strong sense of justice and responsibility. He wouldn't stand by when he saw other kids being bullied. He'd defend them, even if it was no match for the bully himself. He'd often come home in tears, but only because he was sad and that he wasn't strong enough to save others. He wanted to be a policeman when he grew up.
Okay, I get it. I've heard enough.
That's enough for you.
Yeah, hearing such a sad story just makes me all the more sorry that I haven't changed my mind.
I see. So even after what I told you... you still won't hand it over.
Well, I'm probably dead again. Flame Man's about to kill me again, isn't he? Probably kill me before I even got my shirt off, plus I look like a creep. Our possibility is that the condition has to do with the location we're in. If being here is what activates the curse of the Evergreen Beach, I'll continue to meet that condition as long as I'm here, in which case there's no escape. She activated your curse before I ever got away. Sure, I'd recognize it after setting it off, but it's not like I get to do things over. Oh! Throw it away. See ya!
What did you just... Why? Why throw your lighter away all of a sudden?
Huh? Well, I kind of felt like it.
No.
Why is she losing it all of a sudden?
Could that lighter have been what fulfilled the condition of her curse?
It was lighter! It was flammable stuff, wasn't it? You have something flame on you, you can set it off. Why? How did I...
How could you?
I'm not gonna kill you. Except I am. Sorry.
This can't be.
Well... Wait, isn't that... Wait. Uh-oh. But doesn't the guy see me? Wasn't Detective there? What happened? Hi there. Hey, quick question for you. What the? Sorry this is the son, but I've got to ask. You don't mind, do you? Are you a curse bearer? What? Uh-oh. Legs? Is this his curse echo? Large bridge here is called Ryogoku Bridge. Crossing the river leads to Nyobashi Bakurocho in Shuo City. Many drown in Sumiya, time to swim away. Although this great bridge is simply known as Ohashi, when it was first erected, the people of Edo took to calling it Ryogoku Bridge due to its location between the provinces of Musashi and Shimosa. For a time, the wide roads at either side, originally intended as fire breaks, became popular locations for street performances and other events, which were built. Oh boy. Making it obvious that he's a curse bearer himself. What's he trying to pull? Maybe he's confident that he can activate his curse before I activate mine. Gotta be careful. How should I respond here? So this is the one-sided read. Once an infamous rogue by the name of Tomezo, who fell for a woman named Okuma. Tomezo chased after Okuma, attempting to win her heart over. She rejected his advances each time. Enraged by her indifference to him, Tomezo brought a dagger to a canal near Ryogoku Bridge and attacked Okuma. It sounds like she just didn't want to be acknowledged by the guy. So maybe... I'm a curse bearer too. Yeah, I'm a curse bearer too. I appreciate the honesty. I just want to have a nice, calm little chat. Name's Yutaro Namigaki. My curse echo is the foot washing mansion. Oh, what? Oh. Yeah, actually that does make sense considering what it looks like. So let me read up on that one. Wait a minute. He didn't hide the fact that he was a curse bearer. A chat? I'm not going to curse first and ask questions later just because we're both curse bearers. I've got a little more class than that. I hope you're smart enough to extend me the same courtesy. Nah. Oh, I didn't hear your answer. You aren't thinking about whether you can send off your curse before I can activate mine, now are you? I see. That's too bad. If you don't feel like talking, then you leave me no choice. I even gave you a chance to come out of this alive. Okay. Is this the voice of the curse echo? Among the Seven Mysteries, the resentful memory of the foot-washing mansion is particularly strong. You can't block it out by plugging your ears. As soon as you hear the voice of my curse echo, it's the end for you. Uh-oh. Oops. Well, I guess I gotta be nice. Hi, buddy. What's my hint? This is mere conjecture on my part, but you have a way to evade curses that no one else is capable of, do you not? Do not. You may make as many attempts as you please. Please. He's from the conversation with Yutaro. Remember to ward off the curse before it is activated. But bear in mind, Shogoki has no way of realizing it himself. Well, it definitely crushed me. So what activated that? The foot washing mansion. Oh. I have to listen to him. Don't I? I have to actually listen to him. Yeah, I'm a curse bearer too. Yeah. Alright. Fine. Shall we? Thank you. Good to know I'm dealing with someone reasonable. Alright, let's talk. What do you want? Alright, I'll cut straight to the chase. Will you join forces with me? Join forces? To gather soul dregs? Yep, you're using your curse because there's someone you want to resurrect too, right? In that case, it'd be more effective for the two of us to work together than do it all yourself. Think about it. We could split the work, and we'd have two kinds of curses at our disposal. Working together. I hadn't thought about that before. Can the soul dregs in one curse stone be moved to another? It's a fundamental requirement for this to work. Well, we'll have to test it. And I can't do that alone either. I see. Fine. Alright then. If working together helps us both get what we want, maybe it's not a bad idea. Thanks. Glad to be dealing with someone who can think things through rationally. There's something I need to know in advance. Tell me. How many soul drakes do you have right now?
Right, I have some. Of course, I'm more than competent, after all. I'm asking you how many. I'm at 1%. But don't worry about it. My curse is so easy to activate, I'll have plenty in no time. I bet you haven't managed to get any on your own, have you? I'm at 92%. Huh? Say what? That's the amount of soul dregs I have in my curse stone right now. What? Wait, are you serious? You're not even close to being on my level. I'll keep gathering soul dregs on my own. Let's forget all this joining forces business. You gotta be kidding me! I call your bluff. Don't think you can scare me off so easily. I see. That's too bad. Uh-oh. Okay. Whoopsie. Okay. That didn't go well. Let's try again. Guru is supposed to be around here somewhere, but there's no trace of it left. Hi there. Who are you? What the? How did you... Oh, don't mind me. Yutaro said he wants to talk. You better answer quickly before... Well, you know that. You know what? There's a woman behind him. What does she have to do with this? Are the two of them gathering soul dregs together? Probably younger than me, maybe a college student? I feel like if I say this is going nowhere, he's going to do the same. He's going to kill me. You know what? Just in case, because I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. But you know what? Just so we're not watching the same cutscene, just say you won't run away while we're in the middle of testing it. Well, you're just gonna trust me. Or you think you can collect all of them yourself? I'm at 92. It's the amount of soul droids I have in my curse stone right now. What? Are you serious? Bro. So wait, is this just gonna end up in the same way? Okay, then that means there's something I gotta do outside. Okay, so that means there's something I gotta do outside of talking to him. Got it. Let's figure this out. Okay, I was gonna skip ahead to make sure that... I was gonna pause the recording and then have it cut back to where I noticed, you know, where we would continue. But I noticed he said something different. If I'm not mistaken, you've already learned... And as you've been used 7 times, allow me to expound on this further. If I'm not mistaken, you've already learned how to avoid hearing the voice of the curse echo somewhere. As long as you hear the voice of my curse echo... Chat between two curse bearers.
Huh. You've learned how to avoid hearing the voice of the curse echo somewhere. Wait a minute. Are you suggesting... You're not suggesting that, are you? I swear, if this works... This is going nowhere. Bye, buddy. Oh, okay, that's actually cool. A voice? I don't hear any voice. What? There's no way. And yet there he is, perfectly unarmed. How? What's going on here? I don't completely understand myself, but his curse's conditions don't seem to have been met. This is my chance. Taro, your curse won't work on me. I'll let you off easy today, so get the hell out of here. You son of a... Fine. Let's be on my way then. Mark my words, I'll make you regret this. I don't even use it. Why? This... Why was that woman there? Why was the woman there? I guess I can put back on my my sound now. That's clever. That's clever. That's clever. That's clever. So this is that kind of game we're going with, huh? I like that. I like that a lot. Let's put back on the audio. Thank God. And now I've gotten the last of the soul drakes I need. Was that just coincidence? He wasn't able to activate his curse for some reason. Things are going well. Luck must be on my side. I should check on my curse stone. I should have gained a lot just now. Uh-oh. What the? Ah! Uh-oh. Did he die? That story chart? What? What? Huh? What? Huh? On the interruption, but I'd like to take this chance to tell you about the story chart. This is the screen which will appear when you open the story chart. From here, not only can you see the overall structure of this current story, you can also progress along different branching routes by playing past stories over again. We call this exactly the power that Shogo Oki had sought after. Normally, you would have been able to use the story chart feature freely. However, due to certain circumstances, it has been locked until now. From here on, you will return to the story chart from time to time at breaks in the story. At those times, you will choose for yourself which story you wish to continue next. There are two phases that must be completed. It must be completed a fully completed chapter. If a chapter is finished while there is still tasks to be done, the chapter will not end, but will remain incomplete. Huh. By the way, I have to go to the bathroom. Alright, I came back. Apologies, reader. Should you use the story chart to play a past event? Do you know what you must do, and where? Of course you do. After all, you have gone this far. What trigger did Yoko Fukunaga set off that led her to dying the way she did? What was her trigger? Something was there. And she definitely died via curse bearer, considering that's the same way everyone else looked. So how'd she die? Well, let's go down the list and let's go down the list of the ones we've got, and let's eliminate some of them. Could it be Whispering Canal? This would imply she ran away from something, but she didn't. There's also Fool's Procession. Don't know what this is. It couldn't have been. If it was the Foot Washing Mansion, then it would have killed us too. Everburning Lantern would have made it dark. Dark. Evergreens relate to fire? I have every confidence you will be alright, as long as you make sure not to do that thing. However, like with the lighter and voice earlier, Shogo Oki has no way of knowing that himself. Ah, on that note, I am curious. Have you determined how many people Shogo Oki has killed with his curse? Well, going by what we know, going by the persons of interest, there was, ooh, where do we start? It was Yutaro? I can't say his name right. It was Takumi. There was the lady, then the little girl. So wait, let me start over from the beginning. And there is the guy who caused the darkness. There is Yutaro. There's Takumi. And then the two girls, the lady and then the girl at the school. So that'd be 5. I see. So there's your understanding of things. As it turns out, the correct answer is 3. 3? Huh? 3? He killed 3. Three? Hmm. But why 3? Strange. That is all. How curious. I guess let's start here. Yoko! Is calling her name really gonna help? Why are you yelling so hard as I can? Shouldn't I look for what's caused this? There's nothing there! You're okay! What? Huh? What? What's going on? Kinchibori Park. Oh! You're alive! Huh? Oh, good. You're awake. What? Are you okay? You're so rattled and confused. I thought you'd really lost it. Do you feel dizzy? Have a headache? Are your humors off balance? Wait. What'd you say? I think I've heard that before. You're the one who said it earlier. Oh, right. That might have been it. My humors were off balance. Wait, what, back there? You ended up like that because of your humors. So which curse was that? No. I hit the wrong button. So which curse was that? It wouldn't be foot washing. It wouldn't be ever burning lantern. What else? Now I'm also getting paranoid that my voice isn't loud enough. Now that's just silly. I've heard that at this age, your humors being even a little weird off can be... a little bit off can be fatal. I'm glad you're back to normal now. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble. But I really don't remember what happened. Sounds like what happened to me. Maybe this place is dangerous somehow? Whoa! Are you backing out? Yeah, it just doesn't feel safe to me. I'm worried about you. Let's call off today's investigation. Come on, I just started feeling back to normal too. Oh, not happening. Go home. I'll even pay for your cab fare, okay? I ended up having to force a still protesting Yoko into a taxi. Even then, she still wouldn't stop complaining. So to placate her, I promised I'd search the park on my own for a little while longer. Alright. Now the story has taken a completely different direction! What? Huh? Alright, let's keep going. Worried about Yoko after a bizarre incident, Shogo decides to call off their investigation into the mysteries of the night. Despite her stubborn rejection, he manages to persuade her by offering to continue the search on his own. Now the story's completely different. What's going on? This is weird, but cool. I love it. In further news... Oh! Before dawn today, a police officer on patrol discovered a man collapsed in a Sumida City park. Okay! The man was taken to the hospital, but his death was confirmed shortly after. Investigations are still underway, but police suspect a connection to the other unexplained deaths found in the area around the same time. Oh, who else died? Wow, what a wild beginning. That is... Wow, that was wild. What an absolutely... Okay. I am in way over my head at this point. This is cool. I love this. I just kind of started playing this game on a whim because I didn't think like, oh, well, I don't know. This sounds cool. Maybe it'd be neat to play through. I am 100% glad I did it. This has been so interesting. Well done in your efforts thus far. This brings Sugar Oki's story to a close. Ah, but this is not the end. Far from it. In fact, this is where the story finally begins. The roots of the three protagonists have now been unlocked. Harue Shiigima, a woman who lost her son when he was kidnapped and murdered. Tetsuo Tsutsumi, the chief inspector of the 1st Investigative Division, who is looking into the death of an officer in the line of duty. Yako Sakazaki, a high school girl who wants to bring her friend back from the dead. A girl who died in a suspicious suicide. Each of them is burdened with circumstances that leave them no choice but to seek the right of resurrection. Following these three storylines will reveal the full nature of all that is occurring. With that, please enjoy the continuation of this tale. Wow, we're now playing as those three. Okay. Things have suddenly become absolutely insane. Okay. You know what? I should probably split this into a different episode. But you know what? No. I don't want to do that. I want to go ahead for it. I'm in too excited mood. This is cool. Alright, so which do I want to start with? Now, here's the thing. There's also the fact that these three will have different curses. I assume we're going to be having access to the curses that they each had. And while I don't understand these two, I know that yours has to do with if someone has something flammable on them, or at least as an evergreen, you can light them. When the son of Harue Shiigima was kidnapped, a botched investigation by the police resulted in the child's murder. 1 year later, Harue has hired a private investigator to help resolve the unsolved case. Late at night, while speaking to the detective at her home, something strange suddenly appears. Okay. So this guy is also part of it. Some mock fires in perishing flame. Killed them. The flame bearers. Killed them all. Curstone, the haunting clappers. You can use it to kill those with fire or fire-starting device on their person. So she's the one who had the clapper. She didn't have evergreen. Let's first move forward so that this isn't a murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now. Ew. Can you hear it, curse bearer? You who so strongly desires the right. Kill them. Kill them. Wow. So you had a different one than the one that I anticipated. Yours was the haunting clappers. Kills by burning one who is in possession of fire or fire-starting device. Red. So, let's see what the story is. Red. 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 Everything has dyed crimson. My home is burning to the ground. It's hot. So hot. I must call for help. But I cannot speak. My throat must be burned up from the smoke. Oh, I think I'm already on fire. That's right. I'll just use the clappers. Clack. Clack. Is anybody there? Why is no one coming? I'm going to burn to death. How did it come to this? Oh, right. Her. It must be the work of that vixen who appeared and suddenly enchanted my lord. That witch. Those hauntingly cold eyes had my lord dancing in the palm of her hand. Perhaps I was also taken in by her. How many innocent people did I lure in under her orders? This must be karma. The sound of a heavy bell. It feels like my head will split open. Ah, right. The evening bell. That must be why nobody can hear the sound of my clappers. I've got to do it louder. Clack. Clack. Interesting. Very, very, very fascinating. So, anyone who's got fire on them, I get to line the flames. Back with me, ma'am? Hey, it's you! Richter! Can't say I understand what just happened. But it suddenly seems to put you in a good mood. This might be the first time I've ever seen you really smile. Sweet dreams? Harui Shigima, housewife, is a housewife who resides in a manor near Shumoku Bridge. Her 11-year-old son, Shuichi, was kidnapped and murdered about a year ago. The death was the result of a mistake on the part of the detective assigned to the case, a mistake which enraged the kidnapper and had him cut off all contact with the police, leaving no room for negotiation. The incident was covered up and Shuichi's killer remains at large, leading the aggrieved Harue to call on the services of private investigator Richter Kai to uncover the truth. The Shigima family came from a line of samurai who built their residence in Honjo during the Edo period. They assumed important positions in the police force following the Meiji Revolution, thereby protecting their family's elevated status. Even today, many in the Shigima line work as police bureaucrats and senior police officers. Harue's father sits in the upper echelons of the National Police Agency, and her husband, adopted into the Shigima clan through an arranged marriage, is also a highly respected agency official. However, as her family prioritizes work above all else, it wasn't long before Harue's marriage grew cold. Though she wants for nothing, she is isolated from her neighbors and withdrawn from society. Seeing her son grow into a young man gave Harue a purpose in life, but it was cut short by the kidnapping incident. Following the incident, Harue spent many days in a deep depression, breaking into sudden fits of shouting and wandering around in the middle of the night. Her cheerful, loving disposition faded away, and he took to making snide remarks at her husband, which only further soured their relationship. A few months ago, Harue's husband was transferred to another area for work and now rarely returns home, with Harue left to live in the large empty mansion alone. As a housekeeper who has been with the family for a long time and comes in to take care of all the housework, Harue has nothing but time on her hands. Aw, poor kid. There's something that's still stuck in my mind, admittedly, which is the fact that that Shogo only killed 3 people. How? He killed 3. That's stuck in my mind. How did he only kill 3 people, and who's... Assuming... At most, he could have killed 6. But even then, that's a stretch. The reason I say 6 is if somehow he also killed Yoko. But I doubt that. There's no way that that was Yoko, because, again, that's a different ability entirely. You know? Actually, there might be something. Yutaro, Harue, and the little girl. All three of them were guaranteed to have curses. The little girl may not have shown hers, but you did see the little badge, like the little figurine she held that signified the curse. And same went for Haruo in terms of Haruo. You can see her, like, when she kills, she literally had the thing behind her. And of course Yutaro showed off his. So, but now I think about it, neither Takumi nor the other guy that you never got to saw, who you killed, as far as I can tell, they didn't have, or at least you didn't see them with one of those things. That's the only thing I can think of at the moment. No. Not dreams. Sounds like something I might want to hear about. Hi. An arrangement of flowers. We bring in someone to do it. I don't even know what the flowers are called. An old hanging scroll. I don't know who painted it. It's been hanging here since I was born. A stereo unit with separated speakers designed for home use. My husband insisted on buying one, even though he isn't one to listen to music often. Eh? Well, I'll be damned. Is that what I think it is? Goodness, you made me jump. It's just a silly little sticker my son got from somewhere or other. He put it up just before... Well, you know what happened. I still can't bring myself to take it down. Let me just take a closer look. I knew it! It's Head Honjo from way back in set number 1! This is a real collector's item! Excuse me? Don't tell me you've never heard of the Mockingbirds. The what? They're the hottest new craze. Cute little birds dressed up like rough and tumble delinquents. I've never heard of them, but this certainly seems to matter to you. Best part is, nobody knows who made them. They just started showing up around town, and soon enough, they'd won everybody's hearts. The story goes that they're made by some anonymous artist who covertly leaves them behind in specific locations. No one knows when or where they'll show up next. They're basically an urban legend of sorts. I think one would turn up here of all places. This is a good sign, I'm sure of it. Oh, well, that's nice. Oh, you can literally collect them all. Cool. Be in the right place at the right time in Honjo, and you might just be able to find all 20 of them and scared. Legend has it collecting them all will bring good luck. Is this for a freaking true ending? It's gonna be, I swear to God. Television! A color television. Father bought one as soon as it hit the market. He likes to have the latest gadgets. Unlike the latest models, there's no remote control. We've had it for a long time. Back when it was new, we all gathered around it and marveled at it as a family. With Father and my husband being away so often, it quickly fell into disuse. The swinging of the pendulum echoes through the room. It feels livelier than usual with Richter here. Usually, it's just me. Fax machine. It can send images to other places along the telephone network. I don't really know how it works. Most houses don't have one. I really find a use for it. The telephone. Why are you looking at me? This mansion has a private life. I'm right here. You can talk to me. That's my job. At least I'm trying to make you feel better. The lights. The chandelier is the only thing in here that's my choice. It's my favorite part of the room. My heart's still racing. This is it. My chance, at long last. A private investigator I hired. A friend told me about him. They say he's not very well known, but he's good at what he does. When I first visited his office in Oda City, and saw how he dressed, I could hardly believe he was a detective.
But after talking to him for a while, I changed my mind. He says some strange things at times. He seems like the reliable sort.
After taking on a request from Harume Shigima to investigate the unsolved kidnapping murder of her son, he gets caught up in the events surrounding the Rite of Resurrection. Once a police officer, Richter was racked with guilt over the police's inability to help all those in need, and quit the force to start his own private investigation firm. However, his soft-hearted nature led him to take on too many cases and has put his office in dire financial straits. How he is still in business is a mystery, with some whispering that a wealthy patron is keeping him afloat. Richter studied alongside Detective Jun Ario at the police academy. Somewhat surprisingly, given his outlandish clothing and mannerisms, Richter excels at covert investigations and telling his targets. He proudly refers to himself as an investigator extraordinaire, though that only ever exceeds at impressing himself. Richter's biggest source of happiness is nuzzling his pet female albino parakeet, Ernestine, which he keeps in his office. He also enjoys collecting mockingbird stickers, a popular line of merchandise featuring birds inexplicably dressed like delinquents. He can be frequently sighted searching around town for them. While out and about, Richter typically leaves the office, and more importantly, Ernestine, in the care of Amamori, a junior high schooler who volunteered to assist Richter after being involved in a previous case. Not cased. Richter hires a private investigation firm in Kamada, Oda City. Originally, Kai thought to give it a simple name like Kai's Detective Agency, but upon hearing that people are more likely to pick names based on names listed in the front of the phone book alphabetically, he decided to pick a name starting with an A. Thus, the Azure Heron Agency was established. However, it is questionable whether the heron, a bird of somewhat ominous significance, is an effective symbol for attracting customers. Even his own assistant has referred to the name as confusing at best. After all, rather than a Azure Heron, Richter keeps a white parakeet as a pet and dresses not in blue but mostly in white. There is a symbolic connection to be made here. It has surely been lost on all but Richter himself. Private investigator, who also known as a private eye, is a detective who operates their own agency. Although there are no formal qualifications necessary to become a private investigator, many are retired police agents or detectives due to the similarities between the work involved. At a glance, private investigation firms and inquiry offices might look similar, but they carry out different types of investigations. Inquiry offices specialize in conducting credit checks on businesses, while private investigators are generally involved in tailing persons of interest in gaining information surreptitiously. Alright. Let me bring you up to speed. We were in the middle of a chat when you suddenly started spacing out. And the whole time you were grinning to yourself like you just won the lottery. Can you tell me what that was all about? Well, where to start? Is she actually gonna tell him? Interesting. Very interesting. So, the haunting Clapper's curse echo appeared out of nowhere, told you how to perform the Rite of Resurrection, and gave you the curse you'll need to do it. Have I got that right? That's right. So it's all real. Honestly, I still find it hard to believe. But I guess I have to now. I saw that curse stone appear in your hand myself. It looks like it popped clean out of thin air. With evidence that clear, there's no denying that there's some supernatural force at work. Are you cool with that? I don't think you quite understand. Oh? This isn't about evidence. And it isn't about belief. It's more than that. I know it's real. The moment the curse appeared, I knew everything before it even said a word. It was already there in my head as clear as day. You just knew, huh? It was etched into my soul, along with the curse echo's resentful memories. So I can feel it. What it was like. Dying like they did, hundreds of years ago. Wreathed in flame, writhing in pain as my flesh blackens and my blood boils. I can feel it. All the agony. All the rage. Fills me with bloodlust. I think I need to kill someone. Anyone will do, just as long as they're carrying fire. I see. That could be a problem.
You think so? From what I know of you, I was sure you'd see it as an opportunity.
The stronger the desire to resurrect someone, the stronger the urge to kill. That's how it seems to me, anyway. Good grief. Talk about spanner in the works. I say we take stock for a moment, remind ourselves where we've come from and where we're going.
That might be a good idea.
That's what you hired me for, ma'am. To look into your son's kidnapping last year. To uncover the truth behind the abduction and murder of Shuichi Shigima.
Oh yes, I remember. You never did find the one who did it.
That's what I'm here about today. In fact, kind of you to let me drop by so late, by the way. I've been turning over every last stone, and I've come up with a grand total of... 1 lead.
So you said.
As far as the police are concerned, it's a cold case, but I've managed to make some headway.
I heard. You were just about to tell me.
A kidnapping and murder case that took place in Honjo, Sumida, around 1 year ago. Haruo Shigima's son, Shuichi, age 11, was kidnapped on his way home from school, with a ransom being demanded that same evening. Initially, the kidnapping was thought of as a simple extortation scheme, but when it came to light that the Shigima family was closely tied to police, and Shuichi was in fact the grandson of a senior official, it's quickly assumed that the perpetrator was acting upon a grudge against the police force. The kidnapping was treated as a direct attack against the good name of the police, and a large-scale investigation was launched that used the best equipment available to trace phone calls. This made it all the more embarrassing when they were unable to catch the culprit, losing the public's confidence. The culprit grew cocky, relentlessly mocking the police force. After 3 days of failure after failure, Haruo reached a breaking point. Spurned by concern for her son, she resolved to hand over the ransom money as fast as possible. But her husband and father, who held the prestige of the police in high regard, refused, saying that they would not let the criminal win by giving in to their demands. The increasingly frantic detective assigned to the case lost his temper when the criminal called to give an ultimatum, causing the culprit to never make contact again. Another week passed, and Shuichi's body was found floating in the Sumida River. Shuichi's death could be largely ascribed to the police's incompetence, but this was ultimately covered up within stringent media embargoes. The investigation was never closed, but the case is long gone cold. What a load of crap! Shuichi Shigima, only son of Haruo Shigima, he was kidnapped and murdered 1 year ago. His body was discovered floating in the Sumida River. Shuichi was a brave young boy who was determined to protect his mother, Haruo, amid his father's frequent absences. He dreamed of becoming a police officer and displayed diligence and an impressive sense of responsibility from a young age, likely due to be raised in an extremely strict environment. Born in the early 70s, he spent his days immersed in various activities and studies, including playing piano, learning the abacus, taking English lessons, and training kendo. Shuichi's tendency to put other people's needs over his own meant he died without ever telling his classmates how much he longed for them all to go out on a hunt for mockingbird stickers. Aww. You know, we still need to figure out exactly what you want me to do. Tell you what, why don't I tell you what I found and then we can make a decision?
Alright.
I suppose there's not much point going over the kidnapping itself.
No, I'm very familiar.
I'll leave that for the files to cover and just confirm a few things about the case. Please trace the culprit's calls back to, let's see here, Northern Oyoko River here in Sumida City. That's quite a wide area.
That's right.
In the end, they never managed to nail down exactly where the calls were coming from, but it was almost certainly the same location that Shuichi was being held captive, since Shuichi's voice could be heard during the killer's calls. Northern Oyoko River is quite a distance from Shuichi's normal school commute. Factoring in that he was seen at school but went missing before he arrived at his house, it's likely he was abducted by car on his route home.
Maybe, but...
Exactly. Shuichi was a clever boy. He would never have gone into a car with a stranger.
That's right. I was very firm about that. I know he understood too. I even saw him warning the other children.
It's possible they forced him into the car. The only issue there weren't any witnesses to the kidnapping. You can't bundle someone into a car with that many students around and not be noticed.
That's fair. Why didn't no one notice?
But nobody came forward to say they saw anything suspicious. Could it have been someone high up in the ranks? So did they target him after some other time? Or somewhere away from his usual route? Both these seem a little far-fetched. Which raises the question, how did the kidnapper pull it off?
The police never managed to find an answer. In the end, they decided that the kidnapper must have just gotten lucky.
But why not send the problem on its head? The Rite of Resurrection, huh? I read about that in a cult magazine the other day. Apparently some old books showed up recently with all the gory details. And they say the rite can be found somewhere in Honjo.
I remember the first time you told me about that. It felt like my prayers had been heard. Like I had hope. Real hope for the first time. Ever since that awful day, I've wondered. What if I hadn't sent him to school? What if I just paid the ransom? Not a day goes by when I don't think that if I'd done something differently, Shuichi would still be alive.
You can't blame yourself, ma'am. It was the culprit's fault, not yours. Though I know that won't help any. Grief is funny like that. I'm guessing that's why you're after the rite. Guess I didn't need to ask. It's written all over your face. I can tell how much he meant to you. But, and this is a big but, if the rite is a real deal, using it will mean killing someone and stealing their soul.
Is that a problem?
If it comes to that, I'm afraid I'll have to stop you.
Oh, that's a shame.
A shame, huh? That's all?
I thought if I'm going to be competing with other curse bearers, then your detective skills might come in useful.
You realize you're talking about ending someone's life, right? Don't you see an issue with that?
I think any parent in my position would happily kill for a chance like this.
That's so, is it? Dear, oh dear, what have I gotten myself into? So he likely knew about the whole Rite of Resurrection the whole time when, we were talking to him as the other guy.
If it makes you uncomfortable, then you won't have to get any blood on your hands yourself. I don't need you to kill the other curse bearers. I only need you to find them.
I won't be party to murder, ma'am. Not even for a client. I'm not gonna force him.
I didn't realize you were so stubborn.
Let me say, though, it's not like I don't get what you're going through. As long as you're not killing anyone with your own hands, maybe I can help you out.
What do you have in mind?
Well, how about stealing someone else's curse stone after they've filled it with soul dregs? If that was all you were after, then I could lend you my services guilt-free. If the other curse bearers want to kill each other, that's their business. I'm not trying to be a hero here. I guess there's no guarantee a stolen curse stone will work, but we can worry about that later.
Well then, I suppose we have a deal. Although, what if I stole curse stone without using my curse? What if would you disapprove?
That would void our contract, ma'am. Just warning you.
My.
The kidnapper managed to convince Shuichi to get into their car, but how? The only thing that makes sense to me is that if they were somebody that he would have a reason to trust. A teacher, perhaps, or a relative, or somebody else that he knew.
Well, the adults Shuichi knew had alibis. Please check them all thoroughly.
They did, huh? No one throws numbers at a problem like the cops. What if it was someone he knew? But what if it wasn't someone he knew, or rather... What if the culprit disguised themselves as a police officer? That would explain why he didn't find them suspicious. The Shigima family has close ties with the police after all. he would have had a reason to trust them.
You might be right. But surely that couldn't have...
But there's a problem with the theory. You'd be surprised how much police officers can stand out. That's sort of the point, after all. They're meant to be a visible deterrent against crime. But here's another interesting little bit of trivia that I happen to know. When you ask people to imagine someone suspicious, nobody pictures women or children. Even kids who've been warned about stranger danger often subconsciously expect that danger to look like an adult man. Besides, Shuichi was the sort of boy who wanted to be a police officer when he grew up. He must have had a very strong sense of right and wrong.
That's right. Wait, surely you can't mean...
Now you're getting it. If, say, a young woman approached Shuichi asking for help, what would he have done? If someone like that said that they were lost and asked him for directions, would he have gone into the car?
He might have. My husband always told him that a man had a duty to watch out for women and children.
You could certainly argue that kind of attitude is outdated nowadays. But Shuichi believed it, that we might have something here.
And you think the culprit was a young woman? But it was a man's voice on the phone.
She might have been an accomplice, or maybe she didn't even realize she was being used. If anything, that would explain why she hasn't come forward. She herself might not realize she had anything to do with the case. So the question is, did anybody see Shuichi speaking with a young woman on the day of his disappearance? See, what I said about people's biases, that goes for witnesses too. And I figured that maybe, if I started asking new questions, I might get some new answers. So I spent my day asking around Shuichi's school routes, seeing if anyone had seen something. And one man thought he had.
Do you mean he saw it happen?
Well, I can't say that for sure yet. It turned out he wanted something from me, so he asked if we could talk in private. Oh boy, what's going on? Several hours earlier. Oh boy. Alright, this should do. There's no one around. We can speak in confidence. Excuse me. What was your name again? Jonochi. Got it. Well, Jonochi, I'm all ears. Just so we're on the same page. You're a private detective investigating Shuichi Shigima's kidnapping. Do I have that right? Of course. What else do I look like? How should I know what a private detective looks like? Oh, forget it. Look, I'll tell you straight. My life's in danger. I need your help. You'll excuse me if that caught me a little off guard. Let me ask you straight. Who is trying to kill you? A student called Michio Shiraishi. Interesting. A schoolgirl, eh? Sounds like you've been naughty. It's nothing like that. The girl, she's a murderer. I'm the only one who knows, but I saw what she did. Michio Shiraishi. I saw her kidnap Shuichi Shigima. Come again. I saw her talk to him on the street and lead him away. I didn't think much of it at the time, but then he went missing. She murdered him, I'm sure of it. Or at least she's got something to do with it. That's what you're here for, isn't it? Then you can't let her get to me. If that's true, you've been sitting on some invaluable information. Why didn't you tell anybody? Well, you see, if you can't explain that, I don't have any reason to believe you. I'm going into... She told me she'd kill me if I spoke a word. You're telling me a schoolgirl had you scared for your life. So you've been sitting on that all this time, and you think she's coming for you now that you've spilled the beans? Yeah, that's it. Exactly. I'm begging you, don't let her get me. Arrest her. I'm telling you, she's a demon. Well, you seem to believe what you're saying. It just doesn't add up. How could a schoolgirl have a fully grown man so terrified? You don't know what she can do. She'll curse me. Curse you? I'm sorry, but you're losing me here. It's true, or else it's... Forget it, why do I even bother? You seem dubious enough to believe me, but I should have known you'd never understand. No, I'll find someone else to help me. Hey. Interesting. The character they're talking about, is that the other girl? The other playable character? And that's about the long and short of it.
I can hardly believe it.
At the time, I thought his mention of curses was just crazy talk. I'm starting to see that there might have been more to it.
And if we can just find that girl...
Curse or no curse, if she was with Shuichi on the day of the kidnapping, there's a good chance she knows something. On top of that, I did some digging on the man I spoke to. His full name's Kohei Jonouchi. He's a teacher at Komagata High School here in Sumida.
Teacher. And a schoolgirl.
Is one of his students? I think that's very likely. I get the feeling he's probably dead. Alas, we've got a lead. Hopefully it'll be the breakthrough we're looking for. You know, we still need to figure out what exactly you want me to do. Tell you what. Why don't I tell you what I found and then we can make a decision. Before we go any further, why don't you tell me more about that curse of yours? A haunting clappers, was it? It's one of the 7 Mysteries of Honjo, if I remember correctly.
That's right. The original story did happen somewhere near here. I think. I'm sure I remember hearing that.
In that case, my money would be on all the curse bearers being somewhere in Honjo. Our first move should be to narrow them down. Some of them are bound to try and come for you first. We'll need to be ready. The curses make the bearers more willing to kill, so an attack could come from anywhere.
That sounds sensible.
And if I remember correctly, your haunting clappers can set people on fire, but only if they have a naked flame or a lighter on their person. Is that right?
That's right.
In olden times, wooden clappers were used to warn people of fires. I'm guessing it punishes those who don't heed the warning. Ah. Seems like a good curse to have. Simple and straightforward enough to use. Although it's hard to say how it stacks up without knowing what else is on the table.
You really think it's that good?
The target can't do much to throw it off. It has a nice long activation window. It's big that it works on lighters too. Just slip one into your target's pocket. And say that condition and were already fulfilled before they even knew you were there. They wouldn't even know what hit them.
Maybe. I won't have to actually use it. I could just tell someone I could, and they'd have to do what I said.
Threats could work. Although without any proof, it'll come down to how convincing you can be.
If only you could use a curse, then back out at the last second. The last second? What an interesting idea. I have a lighter right here. We could try it now.
That's an interesting proposition. But maybe not. I'm not quite crazy enough to make myself a guinea pig. It's just like, I'm not here to die. I'm not here to be the test subject, and I'm not risking death. You're an odd one, ma'am, if you don't mind me saying. And I don't think it's just the curse.
You flatter.
So what we do next? First of all, I think you should stay indoors. Try not to do anything spontaneous or outside of your normal routine. You decide what you want me working on? Huh. How curious. Your job is to be an investigator. Get out there and do your job.
Finally. Finally, I have a lead. I need to know what happened to my son.
Your wish is my command, ma'am. I'll focus all my efforts on looking into the kidnapping.
Although, something just occurred to me. You can't investigate the matter at night, can you? At least until the sun rises. Could you search for the other curse bearers?
Alright. I see how it is. Well, I'd be happy to. Odds are good that the other curse bearers are also working by night. And when they kill under cover of darkness won't be discovered until sunrise. I bet they'll be trying to do as much as they can before morning comes. So it's settled then. I'll look into the other curse bearers by night. And once the city wakes up and I can start asking questions, I'll investigate the kidnapping as well. I'll even try and find Miss Shiraishi as part of the bargain.
Thank you. That's more than enough.
Nothing. I should get to work. There's only so much time before sunrise. I'll call you if I find out anything new. You stay here and keep a lookout.
Alright.
There's no telling what kinds of curses you might find out on the streets tonight. Don't go outside if you can help it. And try to be ready for anything.
I will.
Well, if that's all, I should be going. A nice thought. Well, I could continue on. But part of me does kind of want to get pieces of the other curses, like, know a bit of the other interesting. So, you know what? Sure, we'll go as this. This is probably not the best idea, but you know what? We're doing it. It'll make me unique, maybe, or not, or maybe I'll just be the same as everyone else and think I'm different. Beep, beep. So, Utsumi, Chief Inspector of the Metropolitan Police Department, 1st Investigative Division, is investigating the mysterious death of a fellow officer. He visits the scene of the incident, the former Yasuda Gardens, with his subordinate Jun Ario. Are we about to get cursed? Or do we not have it yet? Hey. Hey, boss. Forensics all done. The crime scene is clean. The PR officers have all gone home. And it's just us now. The park should be able to open back up tomorrow, like nothing ever happened. I doubt we'll get many visitors after everything that's happened. You'd be surprised. Lots of people love that kind of thing. I bet they'll be lining up to get in. Occult stuff is really popular right now. Did you not know that, boss? Sounds stupid. Well, it's not exactly rooted in science, but if ghosts really did exist, we could just ask them who the perp is. So I doubt it'd be that simple. Oh, but you know, I heard that high school girls are really into the spirit board thing these days. Supposedly you can call in spirits and talk to them by using a board with letters on it. Wouldn't that be something? You can try it out yourself if you're so interested. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Let's give it a go sometime, boss. What now? Stop messing around. You really think we're going to solve this case by moving a coin across a scrap of paper? Sounds like you know all about it. Well, you gotta be open-minded. What if it's, what if that's how police work is gonna be from now on? Don't make me laugh. Spirit board, or Ouija board? The Luigi board? Due to the occult craze, divination has become popular among young boys and girls. All one needs is a coin and a piece of paper with letters and numbers written on it. Using these, all one has to do is ask a question of the called upon spirit, and it will move the coin and answer. It is believed to be a tool that was adopted from Western spiritualism and molded by Japanese occult enthusiasts. Though it is considered a form of divination, the ritualistic nature of its usage can cause self-hypnosis or autosuggestion, leading to hallucinations or symptoms similar to spirit possession. Many schools banned these spirit boards after there were several cases of students sneaking into schools at night, in addition to stories of people having seizures when using the boards. Well, listen up, Irio. You can't go blaming the death of your buddy on something like the occult. I don't care if it was ghosts or the occult or what. Whatever it is that did this, I'll get them. I promise you that. Well, you've got the right attitude, but we don't even know if this is a murder yet. Ice is weak in our judgment. Get too fixated on one thing and you stop seeing everything else. Aye, boss. So, now you've finished investigating the scene? Let's review what we know. Now, it's getting late. I figure we head straight home from here. Come on, we gotta go over all the info we've gathered. And what better place to do that than here at the scene of the crime, where we can soak up the atmosphere? Soak up the atmosphere? The hell is there to soak up? You must be really into this occult stuff if you can get off on being in a place like this. Wait, you mean being somewhere like this doesn't get your blood pumping? No way. No, don't turn this around me. I'm not the weird one here. Cripes. Fine, let's get this over with. Aye, boss. How do I get myself forced into these things? I've got a bad feeling about this case, and my gut is rarely wrong. I knew this would be a treacherous case from the moment we were dragged in, but... Is that what it said? Close enough.
The former Yasuda Gardens here in the Yokomi Ichom were originally built as part of the daimyo's estate back in the Edo period. The park became city property a number of years ago and underwent extensive renovations. There's not a soul around at this time of night. Quiet doesn't even begin to describe it. This pond. They say it used to flow into the Sumida River. But the river became so polluted that they cut it off. Aw.
Whoops.
Anything else to look at? Scene is where the victim was found. It's clean now. It almost feels like nothing happened here at all. Once an incident like this has come to pass, there's no going back. Not that knowing that is any consolation.
Junior Area, detective in the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, First Investigative Division. His rank is sergeant. This is his first time leading a case. It's like he's graduated from rookie to newbie. He looks put together on the outside, but acts like a kid most of the time. Honestly, the force could use more people like him.
Aw.
That's sweet.
That's Tsumi. But either way, I'm so glad you're back in the First Division, boss. I've always admired your work. You're like a god to me. You're the whole reason I became a detective in the first place.
Yeah. About that. People have been saying that ever since you first entered the academy, but...
Yes, that's because it's true. I couldn't believe you got transferred out of the first just as I was assigned to it. So getting to work at a case like this now, just the two of us, is like a dream come true.
Happy as I am to hear that, well, how should I put it?
What is it?
If that's true, I'm not sure you've been showing me the appropriate amount of respect.
But I do respect you. Don't tell me you're going senile, boss.
It's exactly what I'm talking about when you run your mouth like that.
It's getting late. You must be sleepy. Don't worry, boss. I'll make sure we get out of here soon.
Yeah, I get it.
I've been wowed by your shrewd detecting abilities all day today.
No, really. Funny. I've been wowed by you too.
I've been wowed. So, early in the morning yesterday, a staff member found the victim collapsed here in the park and called the police when they realized he was dead. Looks like he was killed the same way as everyone else we've seen died so far. He's cursed. There were no obvious external wounds. The fact that he was a police officer and the evidence of a struggle means it's likely that this was a murder. Sumida sent it over to us since it involved the death of an officer, and we were tasked with the investigation. What we need to do is figure out what happened and whether there was foul play involved. I think that about sums things up. But, boss?
Yeah?
Is this case really important enough to assign someone from the investigation division? I mean, a friend of mine died, so it's important to me, but...
It's all up to the higher-ups. I'm sure they've got their reasons.
Boss, you know something, don't you?
It'll all become clear in time. Try not to worry about it too much.
Thinking about it, the only thing we know for sure is the identity of the victim. That means there must be something special about him, right? Maybe he knew something he wasn't supposed to. Some kind of secret or something. Isn't that right?
Pretty sharp sometimes, you know that? If you picked up on that, you should be able to put the rest together yourself.
Well, it is our duty to get to the bottom of a suspicious death, especially one involving an officer. The victim is Hajime Yoshimi, of the Juvenile Division of the Sumida City Community Safety Bureau. 27 years old, single. He mostly dealt with cases involving juveniles in education. His rank was senior police officer.
Wait a minute. He mostly dealt with cases involving juveniles and education. That little girl is a murderer, isn't she? You knew him well, didn't you? What was he like?
He was buff. Yes, we were in the academy together. We still went out for drinks together every month or two. He could be a little rowdy, but he was like a big brother to all of us. He was kind and cared about his friends. For better or worse, he wasn't the uptight type of cop. The man always showed empathy, and I heard he was popular with the locals for it. He treated each and every troubled kid he met with compassion. He had a great track record when it came to rehabilitation.
Sounds like we lost a good one.
Yes, we did. We truly did. I knew being a cop was dangerous. I knew something like this could happen, but...
It's never easy when it happens for real. I know the feeling.
He didn't seem to care much about climbing the ranks, but he was at the top of our class. The only problem was that he took on so much. He had the most unfinished paperwork, too. I always felt we needed an unusual guy like him to help us solve all our unusual cases.
Hajime Yoshimi was a police officer with the Sumida City Community Safety Bureau and was primarily responsible for juvenile and education cases. He held the rank of head patrol officer and entered the force at the same time as Jun Ario. Hajime was found dead under mysterious circumstances at the former Yasuda Gardens early in the morning yesterday. Once a rebellious gang member himself, Yoshimi turned his life around and used his own experiences to connect with troubled youth as a police officer. While his appearance and demeanor suggested a man who was rough around the edges, he was a passionate, loyal, and caring man at heart. Looked up to as a big brother by his peers. Yoshimi achieved stellar results in his work with juvenile cases, but his consistently sloppy paperwork and less than formal attitude essentially doomed his career and had him writing formal apologies on the regular. He left behind a fiancée whom he had been dating since high school. Weird little tidbit at the end there. That seems a bit weird.
Don't worry. You're playing unusual yourself.
Me? I was the most normal of my classmates. Besides, the real weirdo among us quit the academy a long time ago.
There's one even weirder than you.
Really? Who was weirder? I'm curious. Also... Okay, same thing. I just want to make sure.
Hajime was quite a bad boy in school, apparently. He ended up with police a lot. He said the officer who was in charge was good to him, helped him get back on track. The reason he wanted to become a cop was to pay his kindness forward. Said it was the first time he ever took his studies seriously.
There's a good story. Love that kind of thing. Makes me want to have a drink in his honor.
Please don't make fun of my dead friend.
Hey, I said in his honor. You should aspire to become the kind of cop people miss when they die in the field.
You say that like it's a sure thing he'll die. Besides, if I end up buying it, I'm sure you'll be the one who misses me most, boss.
Yeah.
Come on, don't be like that. You'll hurt morale.
Well, I guess how much I'll miss you depends on how this investigation goes.
I can already see it. Ario, no! Why did you have to go and get yourself killed?
I have no idea what's going on in that head of yours.
Yeah, that'll be a sight to see. I can't wait.
Can't wait for your own death? Get together, kid. Sheesh, you really are something.
Thank you.
What about the victim's family?
Yoshimi family is from Kita-Shinju in Adachi City, I swear to God. Hajime's parents died a long time ago. He lived there all alone, no siblings or anything. I went to his house a few times for drinks. No surprise. It's this huge, old-looking place. Like, you know, the kind of place that seems super haunted.
And he lives there alone?
It looked like the home of an old noble family. It was hard to imagine him being such a delinquent living in a house like that.
There's that bias I was talking about. If he's from an old family, I'm sure things were complicated.
That's a bias too, boss. You never talked about any of that, even when we were drunk, so I don't even know much about it. Oh, one more thing.
Yeah?
Hajime was engaged. He'd been seeing his fiancée ever since they were in school, over 10 years. They just started talking about getting married. What was her name again? She showed me a picture once. She was a beautiful woman.
That's so terrible for her. She may know if there'd be anything going on with him lately. We should speak to her.
Yeah, his fiance may have been his only confidant. I'm sure someone at Sumita's police department has already contacted her. I'll look into it tomorrow.
Interesting.
Hey boss. I looked into the case that Hajime was running.
Oh, great. That's the kind of stuff I want to know. What was Hajime working on the day he died?
Well, according to his report from the day before, he had 2 cases involving juveniles.
Uh-huh.
The first was the suicide of a high school girl who jumped off a building in Kamizawa last week.
Yeah. I did hear about that.
Isn't that the other... It mentioned... A storyteller mentioned that, the little girl, character is apparently, I guess she's, like, friends with the girl who did that suicide, and she is, like, looking into it and thinks it's suspicious, so... Interesting. What about the R1? The girl's name was Michio Shiraishi. She was a second-year student at Komogata High School. But it seems as though Hajime had contact with her even before this incident.
So she'd been in trouble for some time.
That's the thing. About a month ago, he happened to see her walking around town. She looked upset, so he struck up a conversation with her. He was sure there was something bothering her, but she wouldn't tell him what.
Must have been trouble at home.
That's what he thought too. It seems he visited her home and spoke to her parents, but they said there was no problem, so there was nothing else he could do. And now she's dead.
It's possible he could have prevented her suicide then.
He must have been devastated. And that's why he was looking into this Michio Shiraishi again. He must have thought that something terrible had happened that drove her to end her life. Ultimately, he never reported the findings of his investigation.
I see. And you're thinking that it may have something to do with his death. We'll have to find out what it is Hajime discovered.
Right. Let's check with the Sumida Police Department about that tomorrow, too.
And what was the other case he was working on?
This one is also related to Komogata High student. A troublemaker named Hitomi Okuda. She seems to be the leader of a group of kids who get up to no good.
Juvenile delinquency. Fun.
She's pretty bad for a while. Multiple charges of destruction of property, assault and battery, you name it. Hajime had been working with her for about 6 months, and she was finally starting to open up. Then, he met with the girl the day he died.
Well, every school's got its problems. But I'm sure he'd be worried about how she'd get on without him.
Right. Just when she'd finally found an adult she could trust. She might act out without someone to help her get through this.
We'll have to make sure the Sumida Community Safety Bureau does their job. But... we can't rule the possibility that meeting with this delinquent girl had something to do with his death. Then we'll have to interview her, too.
Ah, yes, you're right. She may have been the last person to see him alive, after all. I'll ask Sumida to introduce us tomorrow. Though, who knows if they'll actually let us talk to her.
That's what we hired you for. Lay a little boyish charm on them, and if they need convincing.
Yeah, I'm sure they prefer me over a scary-looking old man like you, boss.
Watch it. I'm still your superior. You ought to act like you respect me at least.
Oh, I thought I was.
You were? Hey, is that just how your generation speaks? You really are a new breed.
Nah, it's probably just me, actually.
Well, don't think you can get away with that with other people.
So anyway, boss.
What are you even listening?
We got quite a bit to look into tomorrow. First, the 2 Omogata High School cases that Hajime was handling. And we need to speak with his fiancée tomorrow. I believe that's it for tomorrow. Body found at former Yasuda Gardens. Estimated time of death 2 days prior, approx 11 a.m. Cause of death acute heart failure. Heart failure, eh? Heart failure, heart failure, heart failure. Curious. Signs of a struggle but found at the scene. Efforts to locate witnesses underway. Body discovered by groundskeeper. Currently investigating fiancé of deceased and yada yada yada. As for the cause of death, we won't know until the autopsy is done. From what we've seen, though, it appeared to be some kind of acute heart failure. But since he had no records of chronic illness and had no visible wounds, it's possible that poison or drugs could have been involved.
Dying in the middle of the park like that, it certainly seems suspicious.
We found signs of a struggle at the scene, as well as footprints belonging to an unidentified individual. We got people trying to identify those prints.
If we can find who they belong to, we might be able to figure this whole thing out.
Yes, wouldn't that be nice if that were the end of it? If the only things Hajime had on him were his badge and his wallet in his pockets.
So we can rule out a mugging. Though there probably aren't many people who think to try mugging a cop as big as him.
I've also heard that Hajime got into a fair few fights in his younger days. He started judo once he became an officer and rose up the ranks quickly.
Sounds like the Pope would have been pretty strong to take on Hajime.
Time of death was around 11 p.m. 2 days ago, outside of the park's operating hours, of course. His body was found early in the morning yesterday.
11 p.m. the day before yesterday? What was Hajime doing out here at that time in the first place?
That's the question, isn't it? The entrance to the park is closed after hours, but it's a small gate that'd be fairly easy for him to get it through if he really wanted to. That would, of course, be breaking and entering, but what do you think, boss? What do I think? If you put the thought to me, I would say someone called him here.
It's hard to imagine a cop like Hajime would trespass for no reason. And since it seems like someone else here was with him, could they have called him here?
That does seem likely.
They must have been talking about something pretty sensitive to come here in the middle of the night. So Hajime met someone here to discuss something in secret.
And then they got into a fight?
No, that wouldn't match the cause of death. There were no wounds on the body that would indicate a spontaneous scuffle. The Pope must have planned something.
You think it was meditated? That would mean they called Hajime to the park with the intent to kill him?
Well, there's still the possibility that it was just some kind of accident. Maybe the Pope tried to threaten Hajime and things went south from there. We should be able to get a clear picture once we know exactly what killed him.
Right. On the topic of family, what's yours like, boss?
What the hell's wrong with you? Prying into my personal life all of a sudden.
It's just, I've never heard you talk about them or anything. Oh, are you single?
Shut it. That's none of your business.
Well, ever since I joined the force, I've been thinking. The department really pressures young officers into getting married. I don't know why that is. You don't say anything like that, though.
How should I know? I caved to the pressure myself and got married 20-some years ago.
Huh? So then...
God, you're relentless. She took our daughter and left 4 years ago. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe she'd give up a guy like you.
I was never home much. Too focused on work. I come home late only to get called right back out again. Plus, being a cop is dangerous work. I don't blame her for getting fed up with it all.
Well, sad. Especially when you're out here putting your life on the line. Oh, is that why you transferred out of the first?
It was already too late by then. You better be careful, Ario.
You say that, but there's not much I can do, is there? That's the nature of our job. There aren't many who can really understand it, unless they're involved with police work themselves or related to someone who is. But wait, you have a daughter, boss?
You really think I want to talk about her after all that? Have some sense.
Come on, I promise I don't mean that it's the way it sounds, but how old is she?
You don't know when to quit, do you? Please try not to look so intrigued. Well, she's a bit rough around the edges, but I think most men are intimidated by her. Last I heard, she's living by herself and going to college.
Wow, college student. Then love an educated lady.
Stop that. What kind of cop are you making baseless assumptions like that?
She's living on her own, though, huh? You must worry about her.
Worry? I don't even know she lives.
Oh, so she hasn't told you. Probably because she knows you'd follow her around everywhere.
I would not. I don't think.
Come on now. We both know that's not true.
Listen here.
I may look like a mean old man, but be sure I have a soft side.
What? Is that supposed to be a compliment? Oh, I can't keep up with you. We're done talking about this.
Oh, that reminds me. If you got married 20 years ago, it must have been right around the Nijima murders.
You know your history. Yeah, it happened a year or two after our wedding.
You were the one who arrested the killer, weren't you? We studied that case at the academy. I was only in elementary school at the time, but I still remember people talking about some dangerous criminal getting arrested.
All that was just cracking the case, finding the guy. It was all just happenstance. I'd rather not think about it. It was a disturbing case. Did it not make your skin crawl when you learned about it at the academy?
It did. We were all terrified.
Sounds about right. No one could believe that such a mild-mannered man could have committed such a terrible murder. If we had overlooked one little thing, we may have never caught him at all.
I think I remember hearing there was only one charge brought against him in the end.
That's right. We didn't have the evidence. I knew there was no way such a meticulously planned crime could have been there first, but we may have struck Nijima in a cell, but it was no victory. He always had the upper hand, and all the damages he did to everyone involved, especially the victim's classmates. It's already been 20 years, huh? God damn it. This is why I try not to think about it.
I'm sorry. The Nijima murders? A notorious case from over 2 decades ago involving the murder of a female high school student. It first came to the attention of the authorities when part of a human left hand was discovered floating in the Sumida River. Testing revealed it to belong to a missing female high school student. As it appeared to have been severed deliberately, the police launched a murder investigation. A large-scale search of the river was organized, but the highly polluted state of the water made this impossible. Visibility was poor, the stench was intense, and the divers quickly fell ill. They succeeded in recovering only the victim's head and what appeared to be a part of her leg before the search was called off. Ugh. But that also... I'm gonna have to look at that again. That also makes me think of something for some reason. The one-sided read. Cut the arm and leg off one side of her body. Curious. Where is it? Ah, here it is. Before the search was called off. At the time of the incident, the Sumida River was polluted as it had ever been. Neither fish nor shellfish could survive in it, eventually causing the annual fireworks festival to be called off indefinitely. Over the course of the search, the police discovered a number of unidentified human bones. This caused a stir among the public, as several other young women had gone missing in recent years in the Tokyo area, and it was feared that they may have fallen victim to the same fate. Forensic technologies at the time, however, were not advanced enough to determine the identities of the deceased, and so the police were unable to open any inquiries. Due to the overwhelming lack of circumstantial evidence, this investigation ground to a halt until a hitherto unrelated individual came to its attention. During a questioning about a separate incident, Fumichika Nijima, a 36-year-old shop owner with no relation to the victim, divulged details about her that had never been released to the general public. An investigation into his background was conducted, leading to his arrest. Nijima testified that he had snatched his victim from the street and confined her in the underground storeroom of his shop, which also served as his living quarters. He chose her for no special reason, but simply decided she was an opportune target on seeing her walking alone at night. After keeping her locked up for several days, he restrained her, sewed her mouth shut, and severed her fingers and toes with a box cutter while she was still conscious? As she screamed silently behind her sealed lips, he proceeded to her wrists, her ankles, her elbows, her knees, working his way inward slowly and methodically. His victim constantly wavered in and out of consciousness. Her ordeal continued until she died of blood loss. What the hell am I reading? Nijima dismembered the rest of her body and disposed of it before his home in the Sumida behind his home in the Sumida River before cleaning his storeroom and returning to his everyday routine as if nothing had happened.
brutality of his actions shocked the nation and when they were eventually reported. Once apprehended, Nijima readily divulged the details of the murder, but was less willing to explain his motive. When asked, he would only break down in tears, saying, "I don't know what came over me. I know it was wrong." In the end, the police could extract nothing more from him nothing more from him than expressions of remorse. Although the efficiency of his methods strongly suggested that he had committed similar crimes in the past, no corroborating evidence ever came to light. Nijima was sentenced to life in prison at his first hearing. The sentence was opposed with no appeal from the defendant. Huh. Well, that's a big pill to swallow. I don't know what came over me. I know it was wrong. Curious. Alright, back to talking. So all this occult stuff, have you heard of it before, boss? What are you talking about? This rite of resurrection thing that everyone's talking about. No, not you two. I've been hearing about that shit everywhere. Oh, yeah. That's surprising. Who cares about what people are talking about? It's got nothing to do with our job. Don't you think the occult stuff with this case feels, I don't know, realer somehow? The whole thing started right here in Honjo and Sumida City, so I thought that maybe... Cut it out. Nothing good can come of getting involved with that rite or whatever, or that record of fates. Sounds like you know all about it. Boss, are you secretly into the occult? Stop that, seriously. This isn't a joke. I get why you'd be intrigued by something called the Rite of Resurrection after a buddy of yours died, but... bringing the dead back to life... that's the stuff of fantasy. It's not real. So don't go hoping for miracles, got it? Well, boss, I think that about does it. Alright, let's call it for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh god, what is that? Huh? Boss? What's wrong? Don't tell me you're going senile. It's that case all along. Boss, what is it? Is there something over there? Such deep sorrow. Those who deceive, falsehoods, hung up forever, eternal darkness. Kill them. Kill them. Those who spread lies, kill them all. The Evergreen Beach. You can use it to kill those who intentionally try to mislead you. Really? The Evergreen Beach. Oh! That finally makes sense then. Why this? As rumors spread, it eternally became known as Evergreen, but it was actually... It was thought to be a beech tree, but it was an evergreen. It's because it was a lie. That's what the curse is. Murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Kill. Can you hear it, cursed pair? You so strongly desires the right. Let's see what the story is behind this one. Kills by hanging one who tries to mislead the curse bearer with false statements. Resentful memory. He deceived us with the so-called rite of resurrection. The man who tricked the people with his false dark art swings from a rope. They thought the man had escaped the previous night. But oddly enough, he was found hanging in the garden of the daimyo's mansion that morning. The man, a local named Jinkichi, was known for his kind temperament and skill in crafting Natsuke clasps. While his life wasn't always easy, he's optimistic, the type to smile through whatever life threw at him. He was the kind of man who would take care of those who didn't have anyone else to rely on. The prosperity of that ukiyo-e boom brought must have been what fanned the flames of his greed.
The old craftsman found in a miserable state, as if someone sentenced to some cruel fate. Perhaps he'd ended his own life, unable to bear the weight of his crime. But dead men tell no tales, and the people thought of him as a bad man, even in death. He hung there for days, till his neck stretched horrifically, a visage of pain still etched on his face. It was clear he must have struggled greatly as he died, his flesh marked with dark scars where the rope wrapped around his whole body. The beech's trees, his leaves do not fall, and neither did the man's body hanging from it. As the mansion's owner was not at home, another unfortunate event. The people held their tongues, fearing divine punishment, but the rumors persisted nevertheless. Boss, what's the matter? Don't tell me you really went senile.
Sorry. I'm fine. Ario,
Yes?
I have some bad news.
Oh no, your senility is kicking in again, isn't it?
No, we've got a bit of trouble on our hands. Looks like we'll be working some overtime. We're not going home tonight.
Huh? What are you talking about?
And thus he was dragged into it, I see.
The hunt for the curse bearers.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and end it here, for this stream recording, but anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. I've been loving this so far. This is amazing. And yeah, hope to see y'all later. Peace.